What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Ken from LMK Reptiles. We got, let me figure, Paul from Marge Morphs. I
I
still don't got the pointing thing down. I mean, whatever. So, okay, here I am. I'm going solo. And I want to address something I heard going around. And they do got a very valid point. Um, I'm really not going to sit there and say who said it.
Ken, are you?
What's up, Zach?
Never mind.
But
There you are. Nothing.
somebody said that they're tired of seeing newbies like doing podcasts and putting a bunch of information out there that they don't know. Now, I'm a newbie. My shows, I don't feel really we tried to hit information. We was just trying to hit on people. But I'm about ready to throw some knowledge at you. So what I've done is I went through the Morph Market News and picked out a couple articles that I thought was interesting to talk about. And we're going to go from there and see what happens. So the first one that I picked is the Morph Market Project, like thing that they got going on. Paul, have you seen anything about that? Like looked into it?
I don't actually. I haven't really been on Morph Market. I mean, obviously for buying snakes, yes, but
nobody ever looks at the news.
I haven't been on the news or anything like that. Because I don't have any. I haven't been. I don't have any snakes to list or anything like that. So
Right.
Other than buying snakes, that's that's pretty much was my sole purpose of getting on Morph Market and
Right.
maybe the calculator. And the calculator. Yeah.
So what I see it is, it's like you could enter your projects so people could see what you're working on. Like from a breeder, like me being able to put out there, this is my clutch for the world to look at, kind of, gives you a hand up on the people that's not doing it, from a breeder's end and a buyer's end. I haven't got to play with it really to see if it goes in depth like the Husbandry Pro, because the Husbandry Pro, you could like put everything about the snake. Like it came out, 89 grams, ate a week after, ate a 13-gram rat or whatever a week after, 2 weeks,
Right.
ate a 14-gram rat. And you could sit there and label that and go on and go on. And you could see that full life of the snake. I don't think it's that far in depth. I haven't got to play with it.
I think at one point I'm gonna end up getting a Husbandry Pro. I know everyone's been talking about it. I don't have that many snakes to log in or anything like that. I know everyone's been saying, start when you have not a handful of snakes. I know, so I figured that's what I'll end up doing myself.
Right.
But
it's much easier to keep track of things when you got a computer program kind of to organize it for you.
Yeah, I know Jeremy. Well, Jeremy just had that whole live with Billy and whatchamacallit, and I know he's a huge advocate. So what's going on, John? I'm sorry about that loss with your daughter and the basketball. But
yeah, that would be. But
so.
yeah, like that's from what I see. Like as a buyer, you could see what's out there. You could see what's going to be listed, and you could actually get alerts on certain projects. Like if you're working a project, you can get alerts about, hey, this breeder here is working this project. So I think it'll cut down on the impulse buying because you don't got to sort through everything. You can kind of just look like what you want to buy.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a good tool, and I plan on using it. This comes with the basic membership. The basic membership is $22 a month or $132 annually. So I don't think that's too bad comparatively speaking.
That's from, you're talking about Morph Market now?
Yeah. Now, like you get it with your basic membership. If you're just doing the free one, you don't get it.
Right now. So when you become that member, can you list as many snakes as you want when you're selling?
That is a question I really don't know if there's a limit to.
Okay.
I didn't look into I didn't see there's a limit. Reading it, I don't want to give anything false out. But
okay. All right.
I mean, it said all of your projects.
All right.
So, I mean, if you're working 100 projects, I mean, maybe there might be.
It's not like I'm gonna all of a sudden have 100 snakes to list, but I'm
Yeah,
just
but
I know.
there's probably some kind of limits to it. But I'll look into that and I'll, get back to you on that.
Mhm.
But the next thing I looked into was the article on dwarfs and super dwarfs.
Notepads at 50 cents. Thanks, Zach.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that does not talk about really a dwarf and a super dwarf don't really mean how big it is. That's basically a label they give for the localities of them. From reading it, basically Indonesia at one time was all above water, and these reticulateds was able to go basically now what is island to island. And then whenever it flooded out or whatever and created these islands, these snakes, got caught on the certain islands. And there, if you look at reticulated and the dwarfs and the super dwarfs, they're all labels from specific islands.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to do with how big or how small they are, basically. So, I mean, it does pertain to the size of it, but it's more about the locality of where they came from.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, I guess, right? I'm not a big. I mean, I'm not a. I'm not a big retic. Guy. I guess maybe in the future, but as of right now, I'm just a basement breeder.
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically about the same, and I'm not big on retics. But as I was sitting there going over it, I was like, why limit myself to learning about ball pythons?
Well, I understand that. I don't want to be. I don't want to be that husband to be like, honey, I lost a retic.
Yeah.
I know it's not. But that's also as of right now, I lost the when I first started. I was ordered a sea serpent rack, and I just had the bins at first,
Right.
and one of the snakes ended up getting out, and I had it was I think it was just a clown,
Right.
and lost it for like a month and a half,
Huh?
and I lost it for about a month and a half, and I'm cleaning a rack, and I went to push the tub back, and I couldn't push it back, and I'm like, what? And so I pulled the tub out, and he was just laying in the back on the heat tape, just sitting there. I was like, son of a bitch. The thing didn't look at all like he lost weight. I was like, all right. And he's been housing food ever since.
All right.
So that was the only one that took a journey in my basement. Other than that, everything, and then I ended up getting the racks. But other than that was like the only thing that happened. My wife was like, so she didn't want to come downstairs and do laundry for a little bit. But
right.
It's not gonna do anything.
I had one snake get out on me, and I was lucky enough that it was just sitting right on top of its cage when I got home. I don't know how long it was out. It just got out and it sat right on top of its cage. It's like, look at me, look what I did. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. I mean, I was very thankful. So I've been kind of really on making sure everything's shut and can't get open. But before we get into this last thing, I want to get some shout outs because this last one is pretty interesting and it's kind of long, I feel. But hey, John, how's it going? Stan, what's up, bud? How's it going? Zach, bruh, what's up, dude? Darlene, thanks for stopping in. What's going on, John? Mac, hey, Mac, nice to see you. Bosa, thanks for coming in, bud. Do we got anyone else?
What's going on, Tammy? Mrs. Bosa's
here. Oh, my daughter, Lexi. Hi, honey.
Hello, Ken's daughter.
There's my buddy Josh. What's up, Josh? He's a homie from home. He's a good old dude. And Nomadic Rat Pack. Thanks for stopping in. Blakers, what's going on, dude? Tammy, how's it going? Mrs. Bosa, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, and we're done. All right. So the next thing I researched is the article that they had about allelic complexes in ball pythons. And I wrote a list down because I can't find my other phone. So if I had my other phone, I could just go through it and, sign into the account and read it. But I took time and wrote it all down just so I could have that information for you guys, because I think this, I at least want to memorize this. I mean, if nothing else, writing these lists, I want to memorize,
Right.
at least this part. It's going to upgrade, and every time it's upgraded, I'm going to throw, these upgrades out there or updates out there. But the albino complex, of course, it's just albino and candy. And then the black-eyed leucistic complex, fire, flame, lemonback, disco, sulfur, and vanilla. So there's a couple in there that I didn't know about. Flame, lemonback, and sulfur. I knew disco, fire, and vanilla, but then the blue-eyed leucistic complex. There's a lot in here, of course. Bamboo, daddy gene, honey gene, lesser butter, mocha, mystic, phantom, Russo, special. Now that complex is a little weird because, like, if you get a phantom special, that's it's not a white snake.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some variants with the blue-eyed leucistic complex that you can get, just not a white snake with blue eyes. The blue-eyed Lucy's are cool. I mean,
yeah. As I was saying, John just said something about it. Said about most of these are just fire, just different names.
I do got a list of what's the same as well. So we'll get into that in a few minutes.
We're gonna get to that.
We'll get to that. Now, the clown complex, that's, clown and krypton, or cryptic. Let me get it right. Nothing special there.
You can't read your handwriting?
Well, I just said krypton instead of cryptic.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and I might have to, pause a second on some of these words because, I mean, I'm sitting there at 8:15 going, man, I can't figure this phone situation out. Let me write these down. Scribbling. I got arthritis in my hand. So, I'm right now. Come on, stretch. But the 8-ball complex, black pastel, cinnamon enchi, het red xanthic, Huffman, jolt, and razor. I was surprised to see het red xanthic and Huffman in that complex.
Okay.
So, I mean, how do I get that off of there? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I got to go all the way back up here. There. All right. Now we're good. The mahogany complex, mahogany and cinder are allelic. I mean, the cinder gene's not really that popular. You don't hear much about it, but it's allelic to mahogany, and you learn to hear off of someone that's only been doing it for a couple months. I am throwing some type of knowledge out there. So now this complex amazes me here, the spider complex. Everybody wants to talk about, the spider gene, but it's just got some amazing genes in its complex. Blackhead, that's my favorite gene of all, so far. That's just, it's awesome.
Mm.
Champagne, chocolate. I didn't know chocolate was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Cypress as well.
Yep.
Hidden gene Wuma.
Yep.
Sable, spider, spot nose, Wuma, and Wookie. They just added Wookie to that complex.
Okay.
So that's very interesting to me because I really like that Wookie gene. And it's just now you can't get that in certain combinations when you're working with supers, and that spider complex just screws a couple thoughts in my head up. Anyway.
Right. Okay.
So that's kind of sucks.
I like Wookie too.
Yeah, it is what it is. And then the last one is the super strike complex, and that's asphalt, flare, gravel, spark, specter, and yellow belly. So I guess flare is in with it now. And then these are ones to be looking out for. They're doing tests on these genes here, but they're looking at bongo for being in the spider complex as well. which wouldn't surprise me. Everything else of cool is in there. Why not put bongo in it?
Oh, I like bongo. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
but it don't matter. I mean, I'm breeding. I'm gonna stick. I stick with bongo anyway. I like bongo. So
Yeah,
like,
I'm going to get some anyways for sure. But confusion in the acid complex, we kind of already know confusion, acid, static, they're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no surprises there. They're trying to prove out monarch and ultramale allelic.
And this is what you said. They're doing testings for these.
Yeah.
Oh.
Patternless and genetic stripe. And then stranger in a mahogany gene. I've heard, or mahogany complex. I've heard rumblings of that.
Okay.
But
yeah, I heard too as well.
It's not really proven yet, but it's in the works from what they're saying. Now, this other list is a list.
So all that stuff that you just whatchamacallit, you were saying though is all on the news for the morph market.
Yeah. Like this whole list is on the news on the morph market. If you go to the allelic complex article and click on it and start going down, about halfway down, discussion is highlighted in blue. If you hit that, and now there's other lists on there too of like different types of lizards and other types of snake. Yeah. They did research on that, and I was going to get into that as well, but I was like, this is actually a lot to go over. So I'll just stick with the ball pythons because there was a lot there. But you could get to it and look at the list. I mean, it's all there.
Right.
I mean, I think it needs to be out there more so people know what they're buying into, basically.
Right.
But another thing that they had listed there is genes that are the same. That morph market, slabs, whatever, wherever they're doing this breeding, they prove some of this stuff the same. And some we knew. I left some off that they had just because it was like we knew.
Darlene would mention just before that was like coral glow and banana.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's definitely right.
Yeah, so there were some of those on there, but there are some kind of ones that it's like, wow. Amur cryptid, we know that. Bling yellow belly, we know that. Blitz and Trick, they're the same. Mm-hmm. That one kind of was like, no. There's a lot that's the same as Lemonback. I didn't group them all together because they didn't fit.
Lemonback?
Yeah. Bright is Lemonback. Lucifer is Lemonback. Mota is Lemonback. I think that's it for now, like on the list. But yeah, there's just, I guess that gene was, a lot of people just thought it was different.
I don't like the name of this.
And I don't even really know Lemonback. There's not much of it out there to begin with. I mean, so, but bubblegum and calico are the same. I mean, I've never even really heard of a bubblegum in a single form. I thought it was a combo.
Okay.
But maybe that's a gene across the seas or something. But burgundy, albino, and ultramel are the same. We kind of knew that. Kreider is the same as ultramel. I've never heard of the Kreider gene. It's got to be something overseas once again.
I'm awful.
Ember and sulfur are the same.
Okay.
Flare and yellow belly.
Isn't flare? Okay, so flare, yellow belly, and then also spark, right?
Spark is an allelic thing with yellow belly. It's not the same. They're allelic.
Okay.
These are the same. These aren't like, allelic genes. They're saying yellow belly and flare. Everything I'm saying on this list is exactly the same.
Okay, I got you.
Gizmo and cryptic.
So Gizmo? Really? Somebody like the Gremlins that much that they named it a fucking gene?
I guess.
Fucking Gizmo, huh?
Fucking Gizmo. Yeah. Goblin and yellow belly is the same. I'm Goblin. You heard of Goblin gene?
I never even heard of it.
This one was kind of shocking. Green pastel, lace blackback, and Lori are all het red exanthic.
I heard that they were saying Lori. I heard somebody, a couple people say Lori was head red. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now you
that's just
said
kind of
green. What is
surprising
this?
to me.
Green what? Like I've never heard of
Green
it.
pastel and lace blackback.
I mean, I haven't been in here for long enough, you know, to start hearing names like that, you know, or
Um,
search.
if you
Yeah,
research lace
goblin is a
blackback,
line. Oh, it's a goblin is a line of yellow belly.
they're saying it's the same. So,
Okay,
well, yeah, a line. Okay, I get it, John. A
I get
line,
that.
you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Hurricane and trick. I think we all have heard that kind of. Moray and monsoon are the same.
I heard that. Yeah,
Orange belly and yellow belly, same. This one surprised me too. They're saying toffee is the same as candy. There
yeah.
is
Okay.
no real toffino and candino. They're all candinos, like they're the same gene.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know where that got twisted. I mean, but Morph Market's saying they're the same. So
Okay.
I'm going with what they say.
So
Thunder is the same as vanilla. You ever
thunder.
heard of Thunder Gene? Someone like Thor?
Mhm.
And the last one I got is white smoke. Is the same as banana.
White smoke, huh?
White smoke. Why would anyone name a banana white smoke? I wanted to think about that a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
That,
so,
that one,
somebody definitely was smoking.
I think someone was smoking a little bit for sure. For sure, Paul. All right, now we're going to get into the questions. If you just don't mind in the chat, I mean, how did you like that? Do you think I should start doing it more? Or every show? Is this something you'd like to see? I thought it was very educational. I mean, I thought it did good.
John
I
likes
thought
that.
I freaking rocked it, so I don't care really what you think, but
John
I thought
likes
I rocked it.
the name White Smoke. White Smoke, right?
Yeah, white smoke. That was the name. White smoke is the same as banana. I saw the white smoke thing on Morph Market. Yeah, white smoke. That's pretty cool. Sorry, Paul. We're kind of getting into the interview portion of this. I'm not really going to hurt you too hard, but how did you get to here in 2023 breeding ball pythons?
I'm sorry. So how did I start breeding?
How did you get here in 2023 with breeding ball pythons? Like, I mean, you don't got to go into real depth. I mean, just a little bit about how you got here today.
Listen, I mean,
it's
a short story. I mean, to be honest, because
good. I like short.
yeah, because I mean, I started in the beginning of 2022 this summer, so that's pretty much it. I mean, I bought a one jeans caramel years ago for my daughter. You know, that's what I started out with. You know, and I bought it for her for a pet, and then
it just started.
And then you know, I was doing I think I was just on YouTube, and I seen you know, a video of like a bar check, and then I'm like, all right. And then, you know, from the beginning of the summer, it started from one. I mean, my daughter's to 3. I ended up getting a sea serpent combi, like the combo, you know, the rack.
Right.
And then I ended up ordered a Freedom Breeder rack behind me, and then the ARS. And now I have about 40 something snakes right now.
Yeah.
What's going on, Glenn?
Hey, Glenn, how's it going, buddy?
But yeah, I mean, it just took off. I mean, and it's funny, but even in the beginning, I was entering like those spin for wins. I won like 3 or 4 snakes, you know. So like, and me and my buddy, Kevin from, he's a Sugar Skull Serpents. Like we were going back and forth in our chats, and he would win one, and then I would win one, and then he was winning one. He won another one, and then I won another one. So like everyone was yelling at us, you know. So but it was
you
funny.
Lucky bastards.
Yeah, and then but it's just fun. Like, you know, the community of just meeting everybody and talking to everybody. You know, I never would have thought that I'd be on a YouTube chat just chatting with somebody.
Right.
About just what we do and what we like to do. You know, I like making fun of Glenn a lot.
Like, speaking of Glenn, Go over and give him a subscribe if you're not. Glenn's a real cool dude. I like Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn's really cool, but you know, and I like making fun of him. You know, on his YouTube. So, but but it's just like all in fun, you know, and I feel that the community of you know doing that, and then you know, and all this you know, all the shit of what's going on. I mean, everybody has that one thing. Everybody has that one thing.
Does.
Yeah, everybody has that one thing in common, you know, of just breeding snakes, and that's like the best part. But like everybody gets wrapped up into a lot of bullshit, and you know, and then there's that tit for tat bullshit. But whatever, you know, if everybody stays on the same page,
right,
you know, has a good time.
I'm not much for the drama, the tit for tat thing. You know, I got some issues going on. I mean, I'm sure you are all kind of aware, but that's not going to get brought out. That's going to stay between him and I, and that's all I got to say about it. I wish Shaden the best of luck.
Well,
I hope he blows up. I hope he rocks this shit.
Yeah, but, I mean, you're on your little solo tour right now, so you do what you have to do, and I mean that's fun.
Yeah,
and I think that's what everybody has to keep in mind. Everybody wants to you know breed the animals, and everybody's for the snakes and what you know, or the community, and then you know communities next. You know,
so. I hope everyone like hits the banger this year. Like everyone I know, I hope they hit the banger that they want to hit more than anything. Like I'm all about positivity. Like, I'm going to hit every banger that I hit. Like I'm going to do it. Watch me. That's just how it is. Every best snake that there is to make, I'm going to make 2 of them. Mark my words. That's the confidence I got. You're going
to be making a podcast of Let's Make Fun of Paul. I'll be all in that shit. Glenn, all in that shit.
Hey, I'll jump on there for sure. But my next question for you, Paul, is what's a day in the life like for you?
Well, I get up early. A lot of people know that I'm a sober person. So I go into meetings almost every morning. So, and then I go to work. I got a rotating schedule. I'm a correction officer.
I respect it.
So I go to a meeting, and then if I'm on an 8 to 4 shift, I go right from the meeting into work. And sometimes there's a lot of overtime. Sometimes I'm not even allowed to leave work, so we get ordered to work. So, you know, that's how, like, you know, that, or I'll be on a 4 to 12 shift. So then, you know, but right. I can get called into work. So that's like the quick, you know, synopsis of which, you know, how I you know figure out my scheduling. You know, it's hard. So, you know, sometimes like right. I'm coming down here, you know, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, but everybody does. Everybody, you know, and that's the part, you know. But so, you know, I'll be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'll come down here after a 16-hour tour or whatever it is, and you know, I just come down and I'll try to you know, decompress, you know, with all the bullshit that I go through at work. So,
right. I bet. I mean, I bet you got story after story after story on that one.
Yeah. Well, I've been there for 15 years. Yeah, it's good. It's, you know, I have some stories. I mean, one of my first full like story of running to an alarm was I had to go to there's a hospital that's right next door to us, and that's where we bring our clients, right. Our clients to the hospital, and I had to go and respond to an alarm there, and so, and unfortunately New York is shutting down a lot of the like mental health facilities, so a lot of the mental health patients are coming into jail, which shouldn't be there, but anyway,
right.
So I ended up getting in. There was a psych run. And this guy was taking out a lot of us, and he's a big boy, and he was in it's a suit. It's a quilted suit, like for suicide suits prevention.
Yeah, right.
So, and that's it. That's all he had on, and he was so big that the handcuffs didn't fit his wrists, so he had shackles
Uh-huh.
on his wrists, but they're made for cuffs, but the shackles, around his wrists, and he had no shackles on because his So when he was swinging around, he took out a lot of people.
So the
And
moral of this story is some bigger man
yeah.
touched you with his wiener because he was swinging around.
Oh no, yeah, well, yeah, shit. Yeah, I mean, it was gross. There was a lot of slipping and sliding.
That's what I took from it.
Yeah, it's a lot of slipping and sliding. And I wasn't saying swinging like that, swinging dick. I'm talking about swinging cuffs and shit. But yes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that had to be flopping around too, probably. I mean,
well, yeah. So, but yeah.
I mean, that's what I imagine. But I got a bit of imagination.
That was like one of my first. That was one of my first. Whatchamacallit, yeah.
Right.
But it's every day is a new day there. So.
Oh yeah, sounds like it. So, where do you see yourself in 10 years in the ball python game?
I am in New York, Stan. I just I'm in Long Island. So 10 years, I don't know. I know I'll still be in here. I'll still be in this game. And that's all that matters. I don't.
That's the way I answer that question. In 10 years, I really don't know where I'll be, but I'll still be doing it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I have no expectations. I'm just going to hit every banger that I could hit, and then I'm going to keep going and hitting more bangers.
So
that's how I feel. I mean, whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, I'm still going to be doing it.
The hardest thing is going to be of how to stay under a certain amount of the number that I want to stay under a certain amount. How am I going to do that?
That's my biggest problem. How am I going to stay under?
Yeah,
below 50 snakes, because I'm setting myself at 50. How am I going to do that?
Mm-hmm. I got
all these bangers.
I got a project in the summer. I got a detached garage that it's in my backyard,
right?
And I'm redoing my detached garage. I'm putting running water and electricity out there for and everything, and I'm putting everything out there, and then I'm going to be bringing my snakes and everything out there, so because we're redoing this basement for my daughter and everything, we put a bathroom in here. That's why it's all framed out and everything. So what's going on, Luke? So yeah, so soon enough I'll have a man cave. It'll be outside.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So you and I have talked, and you got to tell us one of your crazy war stories. I mean, so what's a crazy war story?
Well, I mean, so I was in I was in a bad place, talking about
I've been there.
My sobriety and everything like that. I'm not going to go into how far I've gone.
Right. What do you feel comfortable about? I mean, I don't want you going anywhere that's going to put you in a place. Stay comfortable, brother. Stay comfortable.
That's all right. Oh no. I that's fine with me. Listen, I don't give a shit. But I can tell you this though. I used to go into the New York City. I used to go into the Bronx. I used to be a grimy bastard. But so I used to sometimes, after I was done either beating the shit out of somebody or whatever, it was a long night. I would sometimes end up passing out, and I'd be in my uniform from work. So
that can't be good.
I would end up I'd pass out on the park bench or something like that in full uniform. Right. And a New York City cop, I had one time a New York City cop wake me up and be like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing here?" And I'd be like, "What?"
Huh?
Look, I'm like, no. I'll see you later, and I just run off. It was that awful. At one point, I ended up getting suspended from my job. That's how bad it was. For a few years, actually a few years that I got suspended to get my job back. But then I got all my time back and everything. But it took me a while.
Cool.
Yeah. I went to rehab and I did all that good stuff. But yeah.
See, the rehab route didn't work for me. I mean, I just felt stressed out in there. Like I knew I was done. Like when they made me go to rehab, because I mean, they said you either go or, other things are going to happen. So, all right, I'll go. And I was there for like a month and a half, and I was just like, 90% of the people are fake in court order to be here. This ain't doing me no good. They're sitting here hooking up, telling each other how they're going to hook each other up with drugs when they get out of here. I don't want to hear none of this. I'm above this. I'm sorry if I feel above it, but I'm done. I'm done. I quit.
That's the problem. I needed to disconnect from where I was, because there's no way that I could have probably just gone to AA or NA or whatever, because everybody was still around me. I needed to get away from that.
I separated myself. Yeah. I came back and I got into this place here, and I didn't go nowhere. I didn't talk to no one. I took 18 months to kind of reprogram my brain that's not how you are, man.
Yeah.
Like now I was going to outpatients, you know what I mean? Just so I had accountability, and at first I had that accountability, and that was just enough. Someone that was going to sit there and, give me a piss test 2 or 3 times a week and call me out on it was just enough, because I was just done. I was done with that lifestyle.
Right.
What is the best life lesson you learned from a role model?
Patience and being humble. You don't know what other people are going through. I was, that's something that, it took a long time to learn, because it was all about me. It was me. I was a VIP. So I didn't care. I didn't give a shit about anybody's feelings at that time, but where I was at. So, it took, even those 2 years that I was gone, I had to start from the bottom, and I finally, built myself up because when I lost lost my job, like I had to start, like I started washing cars. I'm not saying anything bad about that, because I had a car washing. I worked at a car wash. I owned a detailing business. So I started there, and then I built myself up from there. I had to go, I did something else. And then I went to Home Depot for a little bit. And then I ended up getting an operating engineer job at a Governor's Island for a little bit, that I almost didn't even go back to work to the jail. I ended up, so I almost, did that. So, but it built me all the way, to where I'm at now.
All right. So, we got to get touch a little bit into this snake stuff. This is what we do. What does your breeding plans look like this year? Like how many clutches you have? I mean, you ain't got to really get into specifics like this snake with that snake, but how many are you looking at?
Maybe 4, maybe about 4 clutches. I just picked up a super asphalt from my friend Anthony from Reptiles-Kenn, and I got a black pastel yellow belly het pied, a het pied and lavender. Nice. So I think I'm going to put him with her for this year. But I also picked up for a lavender het pied for future plans, for the dreamsicle.
Yeah, right.
So
I got a couple dreamsicle snakes. So
cool. Yeah, so that's I'm like kind of like just trying to pave my way for the future. I got I have a cypress, a black pastel cypress pied.
Later. Oh.
So, probably gonna, hopefully get some cypress, hopefully black pastel cypress pieds this year.
Nice.
So, and
I hope cypress brings some more pattern into the black pastel. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. And what else did I do? And just some hets, and I got another, that's it, just to see how everything goes this year. Yeah, right. Nothing crazy. Next year it'd be a little bit, a little bit more, just building myself.
Yeah. That's like this year, I don't know. I thought I was only going to have like 3 females ready. And then I switched rats, like where I was getting my rats from. And this guy uses nothing but that. I don't know. It's the word starts with a K, and it's from Chewy. The K stuff from Chewy. I forget exactly what it's called, but he uses nothing but that.
Chewy.
Yeah, it's the name of a rat feed. And
Okay.
and he feeds his rats nothing but that. And these rats are like bulldog rats. Their shoulders are as wide as their butt, and their butt ain't no skinny butt. Like, they're nice looking bulky rats. And I had 3 females that just went from like 800 grams to 1,400 grams in like 2.5 months that I've been feeding them. So I'm like, put some males in with them. 1,400 grams is enough for me. When they start building follicles, they'll be 16, 1,700. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
And they was better females too. So I was like, boom, get there in there, get to it.
So, yeah.
So we got a couple quick questions for you. And then we're going to wrap the questions part of this up, and it's just going to be relaxed and chilled out. But so Xbox, PlayStation, what you picking?
I have Xbox. I haven't played Xbox in years.
Me neither.
I was a big fan of Diablo. That was probably the only game that I played, and then I fell into this. Actually, that's not saying the only game that I played. Then I fell into this game. It's like the storyboard games. It was Tall Tale.
Right.
It's this game called Wolf Among Us, and then The Walking Dead was another game. But other than that, that's pretty much what I played. I was watching John this morning play for like a half a second play that warfare, whatever that shit is. I'm not.
So as a PlayStation fan, I went kind of a little crazy on Skyrim, cracked out on it for probably a month or two, and I don't know. It's stupid now. I don't know. Just I could get like
Super Nintendo
in a game like that, and just like that's all I do. I'm just cracking up, go to work, come home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I was working and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'd say I'm a PlayStation guy over Xbox. Pepsi or Coke? You Pepsi guy, Coke guy?
So I got a quick story. When I was younger, I used to work for a marketing company, and I used to do the Pepsi challenge.
Right.
I used to do the Pepsi challenge. I used to work in Coney Island.
See, look, I'm a Pepsi guy. I mean, a sponsor for Pepsi would be like awesome. Understand?
And I like Pepsi. Yeah, I'm a Pepsi
guy too, for sure. Hoagies or grinders?
Sandwich.
Bet it's a hoagie or a grinder. What do you call it? I didn't say salmon.
I think I went to Pittsburgh, and there was a Steel City Hoagies or something like that, I think. So I guess whatever. I don't even know what the difference is between a hoagie or a grinder.
There really isn't. It's just a locality. I put that on there because for some reason I thought New Yorkers called them grinders, and I know where I grew up they was hoagies. No. So I mean,
we call them heroes.
Heroes.
Hero. Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Football or soccer?
So, like, are you talking about, do I say soccer or do I say football? Like football? Football.
No, I'm saying football. Or soccer. Because we're American. Football is football. We ain't calling soccer football.
Yeah, football.
All right. All right. Well, I guess last question I got for you is the dopest dope you ever smoked?
Obviously nothing now, but when I went to college, I think that I don't know if there was much, but there was only like a couple, I guess, and it was either White Widow or Purple Haze, and I don't remember because I was probably too fucked up at the time. What was really better? So either or, but I had a lot of friends from Canada, so it was either the Canadian weed coming down, or this kid that had the purple, or the White Widow,
right?
Or Canadian hash.
Yeah,
and they used to do this. They used to do this thing. These guys, and they called bottle tokes. And they used to take a dime, and they used to put it in a beer bottle,
right?
And they used to flick it, and the dime would break a perfect hole through the beer bottle.
Huh. And they would chug it like a can, like chugging it like a can.
Yeah, and then no. It would be empty, and then they would take the hash, and then they would burn the hash in the bottles, and and that would be it. That would be their bottle tokes. These guys,
my crackhead friends used a light bulb. They
Okay.
punch the bottom of a light bulb out, throw some salt in it to get the white out. That's what they use for hash.
That seems a little too much. Too much.
I mean, they used it for other things too back in the day, but I mean,
How you doing, Iron Dog?
Yeah, what's up, Iron Dog? So, yeah, that's everything I got. It's sit back and chill. In another 15 minutes, I'm going to be dropping the link in the chat. Anyone can come up. Paul, 15 minutes. If you want to leave, your obligation's through with me.
15 minutes and I'm out.
Yep. So you can be out in 15 if you'd like. I'm not going to hold you to it.
Go to work in the morning. So, yeah.
I respect that totally. I mean, if you want to head out now, if you'd like to get an early stop, I'm not going to stop you, brother. But, I mean, you want to hang out for 15, you can hang out for 15.
Yeah.
Or, I'm just going to put it in the chat in 15, and whoever else wants to hop up. Stumbling over words here. Get the fuck out. Right. But so I was supposed to pick up my 2K giveaway snake today from Windy City Morphs, right. And FedEx forgot it in Indianapolis. So I'm kind of just like worried like hell that it's too cold for that snake, and I'm going to pick up a dead snake tomorrow. I hope not.
Man, I told we were talking before, man, and it was Indianapolis. I mean, I've always had it's always seems like it always gets delayed there for some fucking reason.
I think there's someone that works there that is scared of snakes and won't pick up that package. Like, so the next night someone has to come in, because it happens a lot. I've talked to a lot of people. Yep, Indianapolis, you're going to wait. And it's a shame. I mean,
so weird. I mean, not weird, but I guess it's
there's something up with that Indianapolis store, and us as snake people, we need to figure out what's going on.
Right.
We need to go take a trip to that Indianapolis FedEx building and ask some questions. I mean, we don't got to bully them around. We just need to ask some questions.
So Stan says it always gets delayed in Tennessee. I don't think I've had a problem, though, Stan, in Tennessee. I've always had a problem in Indianapolis.
Yeah, up here, I guess, because Stan's in Florida. So I guess when it's going down, I did hear Tennessee is one when it's going south. If it goes there, they're screwed.
Okay, yeah. So, unfortunately.
But he put a heat pack in it, and I talked to the Red Line representative, and he said their heat pack should be good up to 72 hours that they provide. So,
all right.
I feel if them dumbasses left him in a cold, unheated warehouse, overnight, then I don't think he's going to survive. I don't think he survives if he was in a cold warehouse overnight, even with that heat pack. But if he was in some kind of conditioned space, he should be all right.
Right.
But who knows? We'll find out tomorrow morning, because it better get there tomorrow morning, or I'm going to be.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get there early morning.
Well, if I get it, it's at 9 o'clock. Like they have it right as they open the doors. They have it.
I would say usually for me too, it's about 9:30.
I get a text at like 8:45 and say they've received the package. Like every time that I receive it, it's at 8:45.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
What do you mean? What kind of snake did got caught up in shipping? Is that what you mean, Snugs?
Probably.
If so, it was a super pastel het clown het sunset. So it's nothing to mess around with. Like, it's a decent snake, and I'm kind of like a little nervous about it for sure. But, and that was a giveaway snake. Say if that thing's dead, what am I going to do about it? I can't really go to Windy City Morphs and be like, you owe me a snake, dude. He did his obligation.
No.
Like, so, I mean, it's just like I'm ass out, and that just sucks. But it is what it is, and I'll accept it either way, But
Low Life just said that his son just picked up a banana pie, deader than a doornail. No heat pack.
Wow. I know it's not my fault, John, but it's just like, what could I do about it? Yeah. There's nothing you could do. Like, I can't, I didn't pay for the snake, so I can't complain to Windy City Morphs. I wouldn't expect him to cover another one, or
Oh,
Or,
you
you
want?
know,
I want. Oh, I got you. She wants to see some kind of snakes that I have. Snugsters. That's not you, Ken Paul.
oh, sorry, Snugs. Yeah, show some snakes off for the last 10 minutes. How about that? We did say we was going to do that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So how you guys doing out there tonight? My day was pretty stressful today, dealing with phone calls and FedEx people. So if you've ever did that before, you know that's not fun. They don't want to give you any answers for anything. They don't know nothing. Like, why do they even like have a reception line if they can't tell you anything? I know it's in Indianapolis.
Let me see. Oh, see if I can get this.
Oh shit, Paul. Wait, I think I could add him back. I hit the wrong one. I went to put you on solo screen. I took you out.
Yeah. So I got that. It's pastel leopard, desert ghost, het pied,
Oh,
het hypo.
so that's pastel leopard, desert ghost, het
Yeah.
pied, het hypo.
Yeah,
Male or female?
male.
Nice. That's a banger male to put around.
Yeah. So
Heck yeah.
yeah, I think sitting around. I think we're 150 now.
I was gonna say, looks like 450 to me.
Yeah.
He's right
good.
there.
Yeah. So he's good. He's doing good. He actually just shed. I just pulled out the shed. I was cleaning
Rock
something.
on. What up?
Yeah.
He did look nice and bright for sure.
Yeah.
Damn, Paul pulling out the heat. He ain't messing around. Hey, what's up, Rock? Thanks for coming in. We got 20 people in the chat. Heck to the yeah. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. What's up?
Where are you? You're still there?
Yeah, we're here.
So
Clown, spot nose yellow belly, maybe?
you got the red stripe spot nose.
That's close.
So, yeah.
That's a good red striped spot nose clown. Need some yellow belly blackhead to that.
So we were
or black pastel.
So I got a black pastel yellow belly het paint that I'm gonna put. Yeah.
So it'll be
It's
100% het clown, 50% het paint.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think that his head stamp looks like a penis on top of his head.
Now he's gonna hide it.
Yeah.
You want to talk about my head? I'm gonna hide it now.
Yeah, see? Yeah, now. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Or Santa Claus. Or Santa Claus.
I'm gonna go with the penis.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I just dropped the link in the chat under Ruth Pletcher. I can't find my phone. If anyone else wants to jump up, the link's in the chat.
Oh, what else?
Here. I don't need it. I posted the link.
Oh, we got it. Oh, there you go, bud. Got an Enchi leopard clown. Not sitting still, of course, obviously. Okay, bud.
Kind of look at his head stamp because
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's way different.
Yeah.
That clown I got that's possible grim is just, you don't look into, I think he might have blade in it, but it's just, man, these snakes are hard to tell genetics.
Yeah.
Some things hide really well in them.
Is that snake poisonous? So yeah.
We respect sarcasm here. We like it.
Oh.
All right, let me see if I can do this. Copy link. There, I figured it out. I posted the link in the chat. I did it. Check that out.
It's special.
It's special. Special pie.
Special pod.
Special.
I like it. I like the eye stripe. There it is. Yeah.
I like special and a lot of. One of the jeans I like it in a lot of combos.
And it's good. He has a lot of whatchamacallit. It's not really all. I mean, he's high white, but
I kind of like how the blushing on the sides, like the pattern kind of goes away and it's all blushed out and it looks like all kinds of different colors.
Yeah.
My pie does that.
So, yeah. Special pie.
Special. Eat a special one.
Oh, what else do I got? Well, I guess I got around.
All pies are special, Blaker said.
Yes.
I don't got my other phone to make everyone blue. I'll go back and see. I seen that Low Life Morphs wasn't blue. So I gotta go back and turn him blue. I'll get you blue, buddy. I just can't do it right now. What's up, Kent? What's going on, buddy? The link's in the chat if anyone wants to get on. Again.
Well, let's see.
Ooh, that's got some colors.
Yeah, the pastel calico. So I think the possible yellow belly. Here comes my cat now. It's gonna be annoying. Oh, is it OD calico pastel?
I was gonna say, I don't know. There looks to be something else in that. Yeah, I can see it. I was gonna say maybe OD because it's the tail, the way the tail looks like that. But it's OD. All right, cool.
Yeah. Ready to shit on me.
I ain't hating on nobody. What you mean, Kurtwood? I love everybody. I don't hate no one. I just like others more than others. Like I like them less. Last snake, Paul, so make it a good one.
My last snake?
Yeah, I mean, well, you said you wanted to get off in an hour. We're to get your butt to bed. It's 59 minutes, so. I mean, we could show more. I mean, I'm just trying to respect you, brother.
Let's say a little feisty one right here.
We do promote getting bit on lives.
Yeah.
It's the cool thing to do. Ew, look at that. I like that side gut.
Yeah. So it's a blackhead hurricane. Just a normal blackhead hurricane.
Interesting though.
Yeah.
Need to work out in the recessive. That's male or female?
It's a female.
Ooh.
Yeah. So. Yep.
I'm going to hit like a triple recessive male this year, and I'm going to send him to you, and we're going to have split clutch next year.
What's going on, 905?
905. What's up, Vern?
Rock.
She's cool.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah. A little feisty. She's cute.
Well, that's good. That means she eats good.
Oh, yeah. She houses everything.
Like, I like mine a little aggressive, so they eat.
Yeah.
Like, my aggressive snakes never miss a meal.
Yeah. So.
One of them will kill it, and every once in a while not eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But then she, like, hovers over it. If you go in to grab it, like, she's trying to bite you. Like, so I go in with my hemostats and grab it because it starts to stink.
Yeah.
I won't reach in with my hand. I ain't getting bit for nothing. Yeah, 905. It is what it is at this point. I just hope that the little buddy's all right tomorrow. It's more about the snake's health than, even me having it in my collection. Yeah, it'd be a bummer if the thing's, dies. But, I mean, I just don't see how they can go, oops, we forgot a box. It's a live freaking animal, you assholes. So, like,
yeah, look
oh.
Yep, there you go.
He's trying to get you.
Yeah. This is an orange dream Mojave. That's a ghost pied. Head pied.
Man, that's orange.
Yeah. Little feisty basin.
So, FedEx told me today that they don't ship live animals.
What?
That's what the FedEx operator told me today. Sir, we don't ship live animals. I'm like, what the hell you mean you don't ship live animals? I've been picking them up at the FedEx facility for the last year and a half. What you talking about? Or last year, whatever. Yeah, year about. Not even a year, 11 months, but still. And then she goes, oh, well, okay, sir, we don't recommend it. Like, get out of here. First you tell me you don't do it, then now you're saying you don't recommend it.
Here we go. Look at this. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. Just got a shed out of him. Full shed.
Nice.
I got this from Steve from AJ's Exotics.
Nice.
Yeah, Enchi.
And let's say I see the Enchi.
Yeah, Enchi Firefly.
Pastel fire.
Yeah.
Now,
I think it's het pied and clown.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen Lone Star's reptile line of fire? He calls it LSR fire.
No.
I've seen a couple examples of it, and it does look like a little nicer line.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But it's just interesting. Like, I kind of feel like I figured out how certain lines became nicer. Like,
yeah.
So, Super Orange Dreams, right? If you take a Super Orange Dream to a Super Orange Dream, it's a fact that you get a better looking Super Orange Dream. And I feel that's how you define any line. Just keep putting it together. I'm going to do that with gravel to see if I can make nicer looking super gravels from a super gravel to super gravel clutch. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm going to mess around with the gravel gene and see if I could define it and, I don't know, make a better line of gravel.
Uh-huh.
Maybe one day I'll have the Ken gravel line. LMK gravel. My gravel line come from Marcel Mendez from Red Mountain Herps. He's got some nice snakes, and that gravel is really freaking dark. Well, at least my male.
Let's see what I got here. One more.
My female came from a local guy, Mazzano Morphs from State College, Pennsylvania. It's a pretty nice snake too. She's just not a dark.
I just fucking cleaned you, you bastard.
Hey, Karashay.
Stop it.
There's a pastel clown.
Yeah. Pastel Mojave. Possible red stripe.
Just some of the things in clown, I mean, like that red stripe, it's hard to tell, but when you hit other genes with the red stripe, it definitely stands out.
Mm-hmm. What else? Hold on. I forgot what else.
You ain't playing around, Paul.
Yeah, possibly, yeah, and pastel Mojave yellow belly.
He ain't playing around.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
That's badass. Even though I don't like pastel in clowns, but I gotta like pastel in clowns now.
Well, yeah. I can throw you.
Well, see, what I want to do with that is I want to get a couple killer clown females to put to him, because then they're all going to come out killer, because he's a super pastel. And if I have a killer visual clown to put it to, everything that comes out will be the double copy of pastel. And I feel the 50% het sunsets will be like a sore thumb. They'll stick out.
You want me to show you one more?
Kurtwood says, Paul, thanks for all the S6. Paul, thanks for the support, brother.
No problem.
Got another pod.
Yeah, it's a leopard cypress pod, and then it's
She's a big girl.
66% DG. Supposable. Well, yeah.
All right, Paul. Cool.
That's it.
Vern. I'd even drive the Buffalo. That's pretty cool. So you said Cypress Leopard?
Yes.
And 66% Het Desert Goose?
Yeah. She's shy eater. She needs to have a hide in there. She's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, Darlene, is that the pewter het clown that John gave you? Basically off the giveaway from Keys? It was really nice of him. Heck yeah, if I get something you want, Vern, I'll meet you in Buffalo. Better than paying it to ship across the border. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that on live and go back and try to bust us for it. I doubt it.
Oh. All right.
All righty.
Yep.
You got some good stuff there, Paul.
Little by little.
Well, you took a couple big jumps. I mean, for you not having a clutch and like clutchette, and for you to have the snakes you have, you're ahead of a lot of people in the game. Like to start out.
So I mean, I have a bunch of people that that are surrounded by good people. So I ask a lot of questions, and I mean that's the only way that you're gonna get ahead a little bit or whatever it is, So a lot of good people.
Yeah, there's a lot of good people in this community for sure.
So, but I mean, I'm gonna end up probably go to bed.
All right, Paul. Hey, thanks for coming on. That's awesome.
Thank you, everybody.
Glad to have you.
For stopping in.
Hope you have a good night.
Yeah, you
I'm
too,
going to
Roy.
stand for a little bit. If anyone wants to get on, they're welcome to jump up. I'll put the link back in the chat. But hey, Paul.
Take care, guys.
Awesome. All righty. I'm going to drop the link back in the chat. See if I can figure out how to do it again. All right. I got that down. So if anyone wants to jump up and join me, I don't know. I was planning on staying on for a while if anyone jumps on, but if not, I'm in bed, Kurtwood says. My live was behind. Darlene, I do that all the time on FNA. Like, I'll be like 5 minutes behind. I think you called me out one time. You said, Ken, I think your live's behind. I'm sitting there saying, go, go, go. The race has been over for 5 minutes. Nice hoodie. Haha. Good joke, John. I mean, if it wants to be that way, I'll send the fucker back to him. I mean, no hard feelings that way, but I'll send it back to him. But look what's over it. I got my own shirt. Hey, Kurtwood.
Boom. Yeah.
What up, buddy?
I don't know what the fuck's going on with this shit. Like, you used to be able to just flip the phone and you'd be good.
You are in bed too. Damn.
I am, dude. Like,
You wasn't lying.
shit. No, I had a long ass day. So.
You looked like you was tilting some back earlier, so I was like, man, he's got a glow on. It was pretty funny. Old Juicy G.
I had old Juicy G on, and then me and Ryan were talking for a little bit. Well, we were talking backstage for a little bit, and then me and Ryan got on the phone. But I had a dentist and all that shit this morning too. So
you're all good, John. I mean, I guess I was a little too aggressive with my words there. I mean, it just come out that way. I'm not really
let me see.
Angry about anything.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Like Shane sent me a sweatshirt before whatever went down, and I got it on underneath my shirt. And John said, "Nice sweatshirt," and I thought he was being a smart ass, but he thought my shirt was like everything, and I was like, "Well, fuck it then. I'll send it back to him. I don't care."
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing like that.
I can't see the chat, so
you know, Shane and I just had a falling out. Shane's going his way. I'm going my way, and I'm not going to sit here and turn it into a Team Shane, Team Ken thing. Fuck that. He's just going his way. I'm going my way. Kudo Utada, I hope him the best. Nothing else to be said.
Yeah, there ain't no reason to bash each other.
I'm not going to sit there and run him down and say this and say that.
You didn't click.
I mean, it was all right for a while, but after a while, just, you know, I feel like we're two alpha dogs, like we're two alpha males. And what happens when you put two alphas together? They butt heads. They ram. Their rams go. Well, the rams happen, and we just decided to say, see you later. And that's just how it is. Like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be invited into running him down because I'm not. Shane is a good dude. Just we just had a problem, and
it depends on where, you know, like you may have had your direction towards the channel one way, and he might have had it another way. You know, it's like me and Ryan, we agree on what we do. We just fuck off and just, you know, like we just try to bring the
thanks, Sean.
The comedy to the you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? We just try to bring
the public. You just make it funny to everyone. It's
you know, we just I mean, like we have the same passion, but like everybody can sit here and talk snakes all they want, but like I just want to fuck off and have a good time.
Yeah, right. I mean, like that Chris Easton, I guess his name is, I think, from Jake and the Fat Man. He was on
Snakes and the Fat Man.
Yeah, he was on Keys Constrictors last Friday on Hair Down Friday, and he said that he's tired of seeing these newbies starting, you know, web pages or you know, blogs and putting out a bunch of information that they don't know. So I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to start studying stuff, and I'm going to bring some kind of, information to this that's actually legit instead of just interviewing and asking the same questions. So I'm trying to be a little different, at least. If it works, it works. If not, I'll start making people laugh again. It don't matter.
Yeah. Well,
I just like doing it.
Well, I mean, and in all aspects, I mean, he's right. I mean, like if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, then
Yeah,
just don't speak on it.
exactly. And I'm
And
not dogging Chris Eaton for saying it. He lit a fire under my ass, and I said, you know what? He's right.
right,
If I'm not bringing nothing to this that's informational, then why in the hell am I doing this?
right, exactly.
So, I mean, I'm going to start doing, like I was doing, just going on and reading the news articles and picking a couple good ones out and kind of covering it a little bit. And then,
Yeah,
I thought it was good.
yeah. I mean, you got to know it. You got to understand it. I mean, some people don't. So
Yeah, Darlene, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I'm that person. If something rubs me the wrong way, I'm going to turn it around and, do better. I'm going to try to do the opposite of what they're saying. And, that's what it's about me bringing information and having less questions. And, because let's face it, everyone gets interviewed on here every, other month.
yeah, yeah. Well,
All the
I mean,
same questions get asked. It just gets boring.
right. I mean, I agree with Darlene. Like that is a very derogatory word to use. I mean, I mean, it does depend on how you're using it, and you have to know the source where it's coming from. So I am totally with her on that. Never followed the guy, never will.
I don't think I will after that. Not the way he said it.
Yeah,
I
mean,
kept
like,
watching the show, but from my shoes, I fit in that category, and it was just like, you know what, I'm really out here trying.
yeah, I mean,
so why should I care what this dickhead says?
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you could say that, I mean, I look at some people like you look at like that channel and another in particular channel, and you look at them and you're like, wow, you don't even have that many more subscribers than I do,
right?
but yet king of the hill, you know. And but like if you look at other things that person has done, they've progressed a lot further than some other people may. You know what I mean? But it just doesn't give you the right to say what the fuck you want to say in that, in that matter. Like, I mean, some people are old school and you use the word retard, it means a fucking whole other thing. So I'm with Darlene on that. Some words you just don't use, and I mean, no, I don't care. I'm with you, Darlene.
Yeah, Darlene, like, I just want to bring something informational to every show. And that's a personal decision that I'm making, because I mean, I want to learn more than anything, so me saying that I want to bring something to this, like, informational, is actually, I'm learning this. I'm learning it as I'm doing it, because I don't know what, before I looked into it, I didn't know anything about retics and super dwarfs and dwarfs, but I read into it. Like, I didn't know everything that was allelic and, all these genes that are the same. So when I seen it, I was like, that's information that I think should be out there.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, I mean, yeah, we all start somewhere, Ken. I mean, we all start somewhere, and frankly honest, and I mean, it's the way I feel about it is people are like assholes. Everybody's got one. So,
I mean, there's one thing you got to realize about me is I really don't care what people say. I'm going to do what I'm going to do anyways. But there are some things that will irk me a little and drive me. I don't take it as anything negative. I use it as drive.
Right. Yep. And that's the best way to go about it. I mean, do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Oh, and it got a little dark over here. Hold on.
Yeah, exactly, Darlene. I want to make it fun, and I want to make it educational. And I think I brought a little bit of fun and a little bit of education tonight. I mean, For the first show, I think I did good. I think I rocked it. I think I nailed it. But I think I nail everything. I'm just confident in just me. I
That's
nail
what
it.
it is right there. It's confidence, man. Believe in yourself. Honestly, believe in yourself and fuck what everybody else thinks. Honestly, I know that sounds cocky and that sounds arrogant, but believe in yourself, and that's all that matters. If you
It
feel that
does
you're,
sound a little
if you,
bit of cocky and a little bit of arrogantness, but it's confidence.
if
You
you
know,
don't, if
confidence
you
isn't
don't feel
cockiness.
like you're bringing anything to anybody, then you're doing it wrong for yourself.
Yeah, exactly, Kent. You know, I get that point too. But I mean, I don't know. I enjoy doing this, you know, so I'm going to continue to do it. And if people don't like it, then, you know, come directly to me and let's talk about it. I'm
Mhm.
not going to blow up on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you come at me yelling, you're not going to get a good response. Just
Right.
saying. Don't yell at me because I'll yell back immediately. That's just a respect thing, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. I'm going back over here because I'm on my phone, but Kent Kent's right. I mean, none of us are fucking experts. Nobody. Not even the big dogs.
All right.
The big dogs aren't even experts, you know? They're learning more and they learn every day.
I don't know. I mean, for as bad as people want to come down on people for saying the N word and stuff like that, I'm really surprised that no one said anything to him about talking the way he was. I mean, he just was on there with total confidence, like, you know, I'm the shit. And I don't know. I don't like people like that.
Yeah. Well,
I just, and I'll tell that to anyone's face that acts like that. I mean, I don't act like I'm cocky and I'm better than everyone, but I am very confident.
hmm well, then that's all that matters, man. Be confident in yourself and fuck what anybody else thinks. You know,
Damn
I mean,
straight, Kurtwood.
you want what you want people to think of you highly, but at the end of the day, not everybody's going to.
There you go, Bosa. I'm an expert at not being an expert.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly, exactly. I mean,
I like it.
and the ambassador right there has spoke. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like that guy. There's not nobody that he does not support.
I don't
You
understand
know,
how he does it. When we had him
whether
on live last week, it was just like, is there a
whether
clone of you?
you
Because
know
you're
what,
everywhere, dude.
whether he believes in your shit, he still supports you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it just it's crazy. I mean, like and that's why I said like, hey, you got to find your niche, man. You got to find your niche, and if that wasn't for you, you know, like when I started doing YouTube, I
Exactly,
had
Lakers.
what two, probably two or three co-hosts
Right.
until me and Ryan linked up, you
Right.
know, and it was just something we're passionate about. Like, I mean, like we love our reptiles, but we're just passionate about being fucking clowns and joking around, you
Right.
know, and bringing smiles to people's faces, you
I've
know,
always
and
been a people person. I've always been a talker. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So this is
Exact
like, you know, secondhand to me. I mean, I could sit here in front of this camera and talk to people all day and, you know, have a
yeah.
good time doing it. You know, and
hmm
just I enjoy doing it. So I don't
yeah.
care
Well,
who says what. I'm still
yeah.
doing it.
Yeah. Well, you do what you need to do, man, you know,
Exactly.
and you know you'll find that person that's going to co-host with you,
I
and
don't
you
know if
guys
I
are
want another co-host. I mean,
well.
you know, I mean, there is an ideal I have, like that
I mean,
involves I need two co-hosts, but they got to be
mhm.
the right personalities.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, exactly. That's what it is right there. It's personalities clashing together,
Yep.
you know, because if you don't have that, then it's not going to succeed.
I
You'll
need a
you'll be
male that don't mind taking a back seat, actually. You know,
yeah,
because, you know, it's my show. You're going to have to take a little bit of a back seat. And I actually want a female guest to come up here and basically rip on us guys all the time. That's going
yeah.
to be her
Well,
job to make fun of the guys.
mm,
And I think it'll be, I'm
well,
modeling it after a certain format that's already been out there.
yeah.
But that was in the 80s when he started. And this certain person's show was done 20 years ago. Why not do it again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? I mean, even if she's ripping on you, I mean, like, and in this day and age that we're in, it's sad to say, there's still people out there, like you said, like people out there using the N word in a derogatory word, in a derogatory way, and there are people that are out there that still don't look at women in this hobby the way that they should, because there
Exactly.
are some women that are out there that blow these fucking guys
Yeah.
away,
Yes.
that blow us all
I
away
agree.
with our
Agree
knowledge.
100%. Agree
Women
100%.
women when they focus on something, they're focused, and they will know more shit than any man in this industry will know. I'll say that.
I'll
I
buy
said it
that.
here.
I'll buy that. Sure.
They're, you know, and they're and you need that. You need women in this hobby to be on the show
Yeah.
and give their knowledge.
Yes. And that's why I want a knowledgeable woman on the show, just to give her opinion to things.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
because I mean, I'm not sexist or anything, but you know, women have their place in this hobby, and they have a big place. And I mean, to where, you know, I was raised in a home where the guy, you know,
Yeah.
supports and the woman stays at home, and just that's not how today's earth is.
Right.
And I still get caught in them old fashioned ways every once in a while, and you know,
Yeah.
it's hard to break your old habits, but
Yep.
today's world is a much different place than even the 90s.
Yeah. Exactly, Blaker. I mean, we all learn something new every day, and I appreciate that from you, Kike. You know, like that's mine and Ryan's. You know, it's just like our hours and our, you know, this and that change, so it fucks us up on when we can go live and stuff like that. But I mean, um
Darlene, I think you're pretty knowledgeable just
knowledgeable,
from
like,
hearing what you talk. Like, you know some things about reptiles. You're not totally ignorant to it.
right, exactly. I mean, you know, there's just
Give yourself more credit.
yeah, exactly. Give yourself a lot more credit. I mean, because there are so many women in this industry that are in the shadow still because of arrogant men. I'll say it,
I
you know.
I say women should step up more. I mean, not like not trying to, but
Uh-huh.
us as men should respect that and give them a road to lay. You know,
Respect
give them a road to
respect it.
pave.
Respect
Like,
it, because
yeah,
like I said, there are women in this industry that know more than men that have been doing this shit for fucking years, you
and
know.
I'm too proud to take advice from a woman. I'll tell you that. Like, I am not too that proud of a person that I say no. Now, I'm too proud to be beat by a woman at a sport. But when it comes to knowing something, I'll take advice. But sport wise,
Well,
I can't let a woman win. Even my
right.
kids, I wouldn't let them win when I was younger. I was that uncle that was, swatting them at basketball, wouldn't let them make a shot. That was
Yeah,
me. I was the
yeah.
over aggressive uncle.
What's up, Sherry? Sherry
Hey,
Madcat
Sherry,
in the
how's it going?
house.
What's going on, Sherry? I was on with her a little bit last night.
Yeah, yeah.
She's all right.
Like that's how I feel about shit, man. You know, like, um, but you gotta find your passion for what you're doing over here on YouTube, and you got to run with it, and you got to find the people that are going to work with you on that, you know,
Yeah,
like
I
Kike
mean,
said, me and Ryan, I mean, I don't mean to make this about me and Ryan, but like Kike said, me and Ryan, we take the day-to-day shit, and we just run with it. Like, we're in the hobby, we're in the community as reptile breeders, as reptile keepers, hobbyist, whatever, but we run with this shit, and we just try to bring a comedy side to everyday life. You know, even if it is just cutting up on each other,
right?
we're
Yeah,
okay with
yeah,
that.
Vern, we need to quit putting them in little boxes. Agreed.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think the doors are opening more for them, and they're earning their respect in this field, and if or hobby or whatever you want to call it. And if you're one of these guys that don't respect them, you're sleeping on them.
Yeah,
Seriously, because these women, they're firing. They don't mind either.
Yep, and they're producing a lot fucking more fire ass shit, you know. But
Sure do.
yeah, but how long are you gonna be on, man?
That all depends on how many people I can get up. I mean, I'm not going to sit here by myself. I mean, I don't know.
Going.
I did that for an hour already, an hour, 30 minutes. I don't know. I'm just going to go until I don't feel like going no more. I ain't making no rules. There is no rules.
There you go. There you go. Just do what
I'll
makes
place
people happy.
the link back in the chat if anyone else new wants to come up. God damn it. Come on. Host.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sherry. You know, I mean, I try to produce some nice stuff. You know, sometimes I just go, oh, fuck it. Well, let's do this and see what happens. You know, but
and they turn out nice because you have good animals.
Shit. There she is.
There she is.
There she is. All right, I'm over here answering her in the chat, and yeah, I mean,
and I come right
do.
in here and terrorize.
Yeah, no,
you're not terrorizing. Yeah, I posted the link back in the chat if anyone else wants it. But
see, like I know I can trigger Sherry right now and just ask her like how things up in Canada, you know.
How things up in Canada.
Yeah, she'll just and hey, Ken, just so you know, Sherry's gonna message you later like, what the fuck's your problem?
Oh no, that's just you, Kurt. What?
And she does. She will do that to me. I love her. I love her for that, man. Like she will fucking hit me up. She'll be like, "What the fuck is your problem with people from Canada?" I'm like, first of all, ma'am, it's Canada, and lower your tone with me, okay? Let's.
Oh yeah, we've had some good at each other for fun.
That's cool. Stan's got a Kurtwood snake. Yep, I think we all should have a wood snake.
Yeah, everybody should have the wood, right? I mean,
I agree.
I'm working on some stuff this year, so I'm waiting for one to produce for me. Oh well, once she lays. No, actually, it's the clutch that I actually have in the incubator. I'm waiting to see what comes out of that because I'm trying to prove out that male to find out if he was yellow belly or if he's gravel. And then is
that the one that could have had another one beforehand or something? Or
no, this is
don't no. Stay.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, what the hell just happened? I mean,
I'd say everyone's saying I got a wood snake too.
yeah. Except for Kike.
The wood gets around.
Kike is gonna tell you. Everybody's got Kurt's balls. You know,
them balls get around. They're around. They're around the United States pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ozak's got one. Kent's got one. Who else has got one? Let's see. Ozak.
Kent, did you hear my plan that I'd like to do with that sunset? That sunset earlier? I mentioned it earlier. I don't know if he was in the room. Ozak says, yeah, mine don't miss any meals. Loves his frozen rats.
Brad said that too. That doesn't. And he showed them off a couple times. Oh, yeah? Very nice little snake.
Yeah.
Both says they've been around the whole neighborhood. Oh, so the truth's coming out, Kurtwood.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, well, see, that's cool though, that because Ozak got it on frozen thawed, and I only feed live. So that's cool that she got it to switch over.
I only feed live too. When I was doing frozen thawed, it's like I was getting them to eat here and there. Like it wasn't eating every week. Now I put that live thing in there, and within 2 seconds, they're like, hey, done.
Yeah. And I mean, and I've had some That, like, I mean, because, like, you know, occasionally you might not have them. And what I do, like, if I don't have a snake that eats this week, I off the rat and it goes to freezer camp. And I will, I
Yeah,
will,
because they'll
I
remember
will
it when
try.
you put them back.
Yeah, I mean, and I've had a couple surprisingly that have, you know, I mean, it's so much easier, it's so much quicker, right? I mean, we all know this to feed live, you know, because just drop it in there, boom, it's done. It's more work when you got to sit there and dangle a fucking rat in front of a snake.
Ozak says, I think he would eat garbage if I tried. He eats
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
That's a good snake.
that's a good snake. It is. It
I
is.
got a pied like that. I call him my garbage disposal.
Yeah,
When I was
and
feeding frozen thawed,
yeah,
anything that didn't get ate, I fed it to him. He ate it, no problem.
right.
I mean, I didn't have to tease him with it. I could set that rat in there and he would slither up to it and eat it. Like he wouldn't even, I wouldn't even have to take it. I could set it across the tank. He would smell it, come to it and eat it.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean,
But now he's off food because I started breeding him. And like, I mean, that thing got huge. That thing's probably, I haven't weighed him in a while, but he's well over 200 or 2,000 grams. And he just got huge fast. And now since he's breeding, he don't want to eat.
Of course not. They don't.
oh, well, yeah.
That's all that's on their little minds.
Yep, that's the bad thing, right? Because they're just thinking about the poo nanny now.
But I mean, he's eating like at least 100 milligram rat every 2 to 3 weeks. So it's not like he's going without food.
He's not.
Mhm.
It's
I
not a
think he
problem with
just got
that
to that
anyway.
size to where he don't want to eat every week. I'd still offer it to him, but he don't
Yeah.
eat every week.
You're breeding.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me see.
Now this super pastel het sunset het clown that I might get tomorrow because it might be dead. Who knows?
Oh,
But
shit.
the guy said he's only fed him every 2 weeks for like, he was born in 2021 and he's never fed him weekly. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him on weekly or not. But as soon as he gets through a 30-day quarantine,
Yeah.
he's
like,
going
like this guy right here, my
super
Suma.
thinny.
Nope, that's the Suma. This
Suma? All right,
super
yeah,
mahogany.
I see it now. Got that brown stripe.
Nice.
Yes, the Sumas and the Cinnies, yeah, they throw me off too. But
I knew it wasn't
right
black
there,
pastel because it wasn't black enough.
yeah, but that guy right there, man, he you can take me off full. He's been like kind of small since I've had him. I've had him almost 2 years, and he's a really picky eater. I mean, I bred him. I bred him to my normal whole clutch of mahogany, you know.
Right.
But they're just every snake is different. One of them's different.
I'm definitely learning that. Every snake is definitely different.
You know, not everyone's gonna eat every single time. You know, and they can be big. I mean, like I can go back in there and I can show you the male pied het albino that I have. I can show you the female het albino pied that I have. The male is like 1,600 grams. The female just broke over 1,000, and I've had them for about a year and a half.
Yep. I mean, I have snakes that show different growth rates, but like I said, what is that Chewy? You order it from Chewy. It starts with a K. It's like Kamachi or something like that. Food for rats.
I don't know.
Kombucha?
Yeah, Kamocha. I think that's it. But this is what my rat breeder, he feeds nothing but this Kamocha stuff from Chewy to his rats. And I'm telling you, these rats are putting on the weight on my snakes. Like, it's unreal. Like my 800-gram females that I didn't think was going to make breeding till like late next year are now breeding. They gained like 400 or 500 pounds or grams in 2.5 months. Like, how'd that happen? What's going on here? And
Check the
it's
ingredients.
got to be from the better rats.
Check the ingredients in the rat's food.
I mean, the only thing I know is what he feeds them is the Camalacho or whatever it is from Chewy. He
Oh,
orders it by
Kalmbach. Kalmbach.
yeah, Kalmbach.
It's Kalmbach. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's it, Kent.
I just went in here and looked at the chat, and I seen what Kent was saying. He said Kalmbach.
Hey, Kraft.
And he said that's what he feeds his Norways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that Kalmbach,
Snail
and that's
mayonnaise.
all he feeds is rats. And I'm telling you, these rats look like bulldog rats.
No.
I mean, their front shoulders are as big as their butt. Like, I mean, just they're big rats, big beefy rats. And man, I can't believe how fast my snakes grew in 2 months on these rats, 2.5 months. And I only fed them one a week. It's not like I was feeding them more than one a week.
No, it sounds like it has a high protein content in the.
I believe
rats.
the Kalmbach has a higher protein than shit, I can't even think about it.
That's one thing I can actually think of.
Yeah. Now
I can't remember words for crap. I just remember K word and bits and pieces of it. My memory's just shot.
Yeah.
I'm like that most of the time too. It's just.
I'll be right back.
All right. Well, we'll be here and try to hold it down for you.
Yeah. Yeah, higher protein content, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, higher protein content will do amazing for them. Yeah, the Missouri. That's it. There you go, Kent. I couldn't think of it. Couldn't think of the other name.
18 to 23%.
When I was doing the ASFs, I did Kalmbach once, I think, and it seemed to be a lot better than the Missouri. They seem to like it a lot better. I need to get back into breeding my own, but I need to have more. I need to have more colonies than what I had.
Yeah, I'm going to get a couple colony of ASFs to just feed my hatchlings, but I'm not going away from this guy. He charges me $2 a rat. Like I could afford it every week, no problem to buy. And they're just, I mean, any size rat I want for $2, whether it be a small pinky or 100 gram, small, $2, right down the line.
Well, like where I go, like I travel about 40 minutes, one way, to get mine because it's the cheapest prices in the area. But she does like $1.25 for pinkies or pups.
Right.
And then it goes up. It's probably about, I don't even know what it is like for a small right now. I think it's about 225, 275 maybe. So but like if I go anywhere else around here, the place that shut down because of COVID, but they were in business for like 25 years, but they were like for a medium, they were like $3-4. And I'm like, that's outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stuffcraft.
I can see if you're just dedicated to breeding rats, I'll pay you that. I'll pay you that because I know that's what you're putting into your rats.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like if it's a pet shop, there's no reason I should be paying you $5-6 a fucking rat.
No, because they're not even fed right.
They're doing.
No, they're not fed right. You're feeding them as cheap as possible because of your overhead. I mean, I get it, but I'm not coming to you. And I actually do go to a pet store. That's where I get my stuff from. And I picked up a few snakes from her. So
I used to, when I first started, I used to go to a pet store. And when I first started going there, they had ASFs for $3 in any size. So that held me over for like the first 2 months. But then when they sold out all those ASFs, like the overstock, they took them up to $8 and I was paying like $6 a rat. But I only had 5 snakes, so it wasn't like I was working out that much money. But hell, I'm feeding 20 snakes now for dang near that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it cost me this week. What did I get? 1 pup.
$40 a week is what he charges me for 20 racks.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed. I'm like thankful as hell. I go there every week, shaking his hand, be like, dude, you're fucking so cool. Thank you. I'm so appreciative of this. My snakes love these fucking things.
Right. Yeah. My I think I'm about at 26, 27 snakes. It cost me about 40, 41. Somewhere around there. Oh shit. I'm gonna turn off that light over there.
No, I was 13 blind snake and to call young quicker. They ran out of food. All right. Kent knows what he's doing. I listen to Kent. Kent?
Yeah.
Yeah. From Craft Brew. He's a good dude.
He's got freezer camp. He's got het freezers. I'll tell you. He's got het freezers.
Het freezers.
Yeah. He'll tell you.
So I didn't smoke before the show like I normally do.
He actually got a het freezer from me.
I usually smoke a bowl before the show. So before the show, I didn't today because I wanted to be nice and even killed in the mind. But now I got to catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Building up the rat shed. Good idea.
Yeah, Stan, how's the rat shed coming? Did you get anything else done from the last time I seen the pictures? Probably not. If you're anything like me, you wouldn't. I'm such a procrastinator. I'll start something and get it like 90% done, and it'll sit there for like 2 years, 90% done.
I just get caught up in something and try to do a little bit more than I shouldn't and think everything's fine, and everything goes kerplunk.
Well, what happens to me anymore is I'll just start doing things, and then I'll like think I'm 25 again, and I'll start getting in the rhythm, and the next thing you know, my ankle gives out and I'm on the floor. Like, son of a bitch. I fell again.
Well, I have like KY's been waiting for his logo for a while, which is bad.
Better get on that. But you don't want to leave anyone waiting a while.
Well,
I'm definitely calling the kettle black there. I'm definitely. I'm a bigger procrastinator than anyone out there. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I got to get on this. I just got a message. I'm actually working on a new intro for me and Ryan. So
cool.
I just got a message from somebody.
Well, go do what you got to do, bud.
Yeah, I got to get on that and figure out what they need from me in order to get that rolling.
Right on.
But hey, man, you do what you got to do, bro.
Thanks for coming up, bud.
Yeah, you keep rolling. Don't let
nothing
stop you.
I ain't stopping.
And it'll buff out, man.
It sure will.
Sherry, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Kurt.
All right. And
good to see you looking good, and
yeah, I'm
for
trying.
a while you were looking very.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll still get like that from time to time. I get tired. But
yeah. Plus,
don't we all?
Other things,
Yeah, we all do.
Understood.
But y'all have a good night. And
later, Kurtwood.
Take care.
Keep rolling.
Wood for president.
Wood for president.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
And I will talk to you guys later.
Did you do up your... Oh, I'll talk to you later.
Nope. What'd you say? Go ahead. I was
going to say, did you use those logos I gave you for Kurtwood for president?
I think I have. Yes, I think I'm trying to incorporate that with the intro. So
cool.
I am trying to do that. So I mean, like I was working on intros by myself on some apps, but I'm looking to try to get one professionally done. So but yeah, I am definitely trying to incorporate that into there.
Beauty.
Yeah, so let's just keep our fingers crossed and we can come up with something good. But
good.
Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Keep rolling.
Hell yeah.
I'm out.
Oh. Posted the link in the chat. If anyone else wants to come up, come on up. Don't be shy.
Being shy don't help.
Nah, no, not at all. I'm still trying to get Stan to
Well,
come up. He says sooner or later he will.
Yeah, sooner
It
or
took me a
later.
while to get Paul from Marge Morphs to come on. It took me like, I'd say 2 months of like, come on, let's do this. He wasn't about it at first, but I got him.
Oh, there's a lot of people who have trouble, especially with coming up. Being shy is really rough when you want to do stuff like this. And that's actually one of the main reasons I started a channel, is because I was shy. I'd been able to do acting in high school and everything.
Right.
No problem whatsoever. I was able to do whatever. And it just left me somehow. I was just doing
You lost yourself.
Yeah.
You got caught up in life and lost yourself. I mean, that happens millions of times to everybody. And
I did not like it, because I used to be able to do that. That's the one thing. Crowds, but up in front doing acting, no problem. And then this one time I was in a class for something and tried to do a project and almost passed out.
Huh.
It's like, okay, I got to get over this stuff.
Yeah, know? Right. There's nothing to it, Jess. You just come up here and be yourself. I mean, that's all it is. I mean,
it's hard for people.
I want to touch on what Kraft said when you're done, but please finish.
Yeah. So when I started, I was using...
I'm no professional, Jess.
Now, all you do is come to me and I'll help you through in the back and teach you how to come out with it if you want. But I started with, I don't know if you've gone on my channel where the starter thing is that little creature I did. No?
No.
Well,
I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, on my channel there's a you have little, this is what my channel is type of thing. And I have a little, it's either a wolf or a cat, or I don't know what exactly it is, but it's gray. And it's, it's through a program where you can use these little avatars and speak through and have the little avatar there speaking instead of you.
So you get...
So I used...
Yeah. So it hides your face. That would help a lot of people out if they knew they could do that.
Yeah.
And so it's like a cartoon figure of you that just like, when you move, it kind of moves with you.
Yeah. Well, if you have a cartoon figure of yourself, that's good. But it takes a bit to set up the cartoon figure. They do have cartoon figures which are available free and pay on certain ones. So, you just choose a character and do whatever until you get the gumption to just drop the facade. And I've seen another guy, a guy on Twitch, Madagon. He's a real nice guy, but he had done the same thing as me for a long time, for a long while, with his cat character, Madagon. And then people were saying, we actually want to see you. And he fought with it and finally showed people who he was, and everyone was fine with him. And it was just a self-esteem.
Yeah, it's just getting over that first hurdle of saying,
exactly,
here I am, world, accept me. And I think people are very scared about, being acceptance. And going back to what Ken was talking about, or Kent, sorry, about going with ASFs over the Norwegians. ASFs do stay smaller. I mean, you know that, but I
It
feel that you have to feed them like twice as much to get them to grow. I mean, like people say who feed mice, they feed like 2 or 3 mice once they get so big. I think you should have to double up the ASFs if you're going to get the growth rate out of your snakes. And I'm not talking unhealthy growth rate. I'm just saying healthy. I've known people that
they are smaller, so you have to give them 2 or 3 or whatever. But
right.
There's also differences too. Some people say that the ASFs are much more aggressive, and other people say that, as long as you socialize them, they're okay. But
Right.
they do have a higher protein content. That is correct.
Sorry, this little rat got loose, and it's the second one, and I almost just caught it, and almost walked right up to me. No bastard! I put my hand down
Hey,
and he
can
ran.
understand it. Can understand that.
They get loose all the time here. Because I don't know.
Ken has been called worse.
Sure
What
has.
have you been called, Ken?
I don't know. I haven't been reading the chats. Ken has been called. Yeah, no worries. I've been called everything in the book, probably.
Yeah, I've been called quite a few things.
I was paying attention to this rat running across my floor, trying to catch it. Oh, bastard. As soon as he's seen you move, he's out, though. He ain't even playing around. He's like, you're moving, I'm gone. My dog caught one earlier. My dog. I looked over and he had one because 2 got loose, and well, there's only 1. Oh, so.
Yep. Oh, the dog chomped it real good, did he?
I don't know how he catches it. I can't even begin to catch these little thing. And that dog, he's not that much faster than me. And he's not a little dog. He's a big dog. I'm about ready to get something to throw at it. Come back out here. I'm going to show you how to catch a rat.
I'll show you how to catch a rat.
If you see me chuck something, I just seen the rat again.
Okay, sounds good.
But,
says my girl gets 1 ASF a week. A week a day. She's content with that and offered extra, but she don't care. She's happy gaining slow and steady all muscles. So 1 a week is what she gets.
See, what I'm saying about that is I know someone who feeds ASFs every week, and they got their snakes around the same time as mine. And all of my females that I got early on are now ready. And I feed them once a week, and I almost got it. That was close. But they just grow so much faster on rats and regular rats over ASF, and I think it has to do with the fat content. Just talking to people, the regular rats have more fat than ASFs, so they grow faster.
No, the ASFs have.
I had to get my ammo back. But I plan on doing ASFs, and since I get rats so cheap, I'm not even breeding regular rats.
Yeah.
It don't pay for me to waste the extra time with the ASFs growing them out.
Well, the ASFs are the ones with more protein.
They say there's more protein in them, but I mean, I don't. How could there be more protein when the regular rat has more meat? The protein's in the meat. They have a bigger bone structure.
As you can have a Manx cat that feels as if it's 3 cats when you pick it up. Just denser.
Hey, Angie, how's it going?
Who's gone? Hey, Juicy. Oh, Blakers feeds them every 2 weeks.
I was going through reading, and I don't know, I was feeding weekly, and I just seen an substantial growth rate. They was 800 grams getting an 80-gram rat. So that's not really too big for them. And then when they got to over 1,000 grams a month later, and I was giving them like 120 gram rat, so or milligram rat, so, or gram, whatever it is. I'm gonna say that wrong probably. Gram, but
the thing is, granted that these rats also were being fed a high protein content, and probably an oil content as well, if I remember properly, as what helps them.
see,
Because it's
he
a
does other
better
things that he
quality
don't tell
food.
me. He
It
keeps
helps.
his secrets, but I will tell you, his rats are just phenomenal for growing your snakes.
You know
I
what
mean,
else?
I
When
just
you get rats, and some people will say whether I'm correct or incorrect, but pig food.
I would agree. I think definitely some of my snakes are getting overweight because of the rats. So that I'm now going to go back to every other week feedings on anything that's not breeding.
Oh.
Because every week they're getting to be porkers. They're pigs.
Yeah, and if you feed them every week, when they get close to 100 grams, they will go off the food.
Well, see,
Yeah.
they didn't. They just kept going. And now they're like 1,500 grams almost. And I'm breeding them. And now, 2 of them went off food because I think they might be knocked up. They're just getting fatter. And cool. So I'm just going to keep, keeping on and doing what I do. If they're going to eat, they're going to eat. They're not going to not. But I am going to back the bigger ones off to every other week. I just don't think they need to grow as fast as they grew. I mean, even that
Well,
my pied male, if I'd go get him, he's not even 2 years old yet. And he's like 2,000 grams, and he don't look fat. He's just solid. I mean, that thing's like that round
yeah,
and like thick, and there's no extra. It's all muscle. And
yeah.
he's stuck with a
Well,
female right now, or I'd go get him. I don't
yeah,
want to
but the
interrupt
thing
it.
is as being the keeper of these animals, you know what's going on with them, because you check them, and you know which ones, if it's getting too big or if it's starting to get fat or whatsoever. You can hit back to 2 weeks or 10 days or whatsoever.
Well, see, like
And
when I started noticing these snakes growing way faster than they just did the prior months, I started looking into the feeding charts to see, because you hear once a week, by all these breeders, but it's like, is that good information? And honestly, it's not. I mean, they're saying anything over like 500 grams should get it at like, or 7 to 10 days, at least go up to 10 days. Like with the 500 grams.
the thing is, like I said, as the keeper, you know what's going on with the animal. You can see how big or small it is compared to others. You're the one who chooses what way to feed them, and if they need to gain the weight, you know how to do that. And if they need to
Almost got him again.
lose some, if you
I'm
need to
missing him
lose
like this
them,
much. He's sticking his head out of the box, and I'm missing him by like a half inch.
just put out a cheese crate. A little crate with a
I was
little
gonna say,
stick.
hey, Juicy, whoa, Juicy's in the room. Oh God, but it's Angie. All right. Oh, we
Yeah,
had a Juicy G
juicy
appearance.
tequila, Bobo.
No, do you know
Hey.
Juicy G?
No,
You don't know who Juicy G is?
I might, but I might not. I don't
You
know.
got it. You
Who's
got to
Juicy?
meet Juicy G.
Who's Juicy G again?
Next time that she's on, I'm gonna get a hold of you, and I'm gonna show you where she's at, and you got to come on, and you got to meet her. Wonderful
Okay.
woman. Wonderful woman. Sure, you would love her to death.
Another one who seems like the ant down the street who gives you milk and cookies.
She's a character.
So
That's
she
all
plays
I'll say.
D&D with them.
He's a character.
She's a character.
I said
Or
he's a character.
Okay, that's fine.
But
Juicy. Does he do a morning show? I keep forgetting everyone's names anyway.
We got you all kind of
Esther would
twisted thinking.
Esther and Sola would tell you right out. It's that fibro fog.
Yeah, well, once you get what's going on, you're really going to have a good chuckle. That's all I'll say. You're going to have a good laugh.
Trans?
But there's not something else I kind of want to bring up, and I'm not going to bring it up now because I don't want to buzzkill everyone. I don't even want to touch base with it because it's just like it's not a good conversation. But the autopsy report came back on my sister, and it was suicide. And suicide prevention is another thing I kind of want to touch on here and there. I just don't understand. I mean, she knows I'm always up for talking, and it's just like, in my head, I don't understand why she just couldn't come reach out to me. But I don't know. Just I don't want to get too far into it now, but sooner or later, I'm gonna get in the topic about suicide
Just yell
prevention
at me
and
and I'll
stuff.
come talk with you.
Oh, I'm good. Like I meditated on this, and that's the answer I got when I meditated. It was suicide. So I already accepted it before I even knew, before the coronary report come back. I've already accepted it.
Okie dokies, Kurtwood. What you gonna tell me? Have I done something wrong again?
No, I think it's just because you don't know the Juicy G story, and you got to find out. You got to find out about Juicy G.
Okay,
Go to Celtic Balls and start sniffing around there. It's a good place to start.
Sniff around Celtic Balls. Okay. Yep. I'm not sure I'm very sure I don't want to sniff around Celtic's balls.
Oh, well, I mean, that's just the name. I mean, their name is Celtic Balls. I mean, why you got to go there, Sherry? Get your head out of the gutter. What's wrong with you? I mean, we expect like people like you to always have your head out of the gutter. So when it goes in the gutter, it's so out of character.
Yes and no.
You're just a sweet little old lady. You're not supposed to have your head in the gutter.
905 says, sorry to hear your sister passed away. When was
it's cool. I mean, it was December 27th. It made the holidays hard. I've meditated quite a bit on it, and I found my peace with it. Like I said, I got my answers before the coroners come back, and it sucks. I don't understand it, but I'm never going to. So I mean, I'm not even going to try.
Kurtwood, that's so true.
Sometimes when she's sitting there talking, I could see herself like trying to think about keeping herself on track. I do that too. So I know that's what you're doing. Like you got to talk a little slow so your words come out right. I do the same shit. That's why I know. Like your brain's kind of going off track and you got to slow it down.
Well, I get that because I have the fibromyalgia, and part of what it does is give you what they call brain fog. And it makes it hard to concentrate.
All right, is the brain fog caused by the medication they got you on for it? Because that's a good possibility.
Medication plus the factor of the pain, because you're always fighting the pain. Always. And it's tiring.
Pain is just a sign of weakness leaving the body. If you don't mind it, it don't matter. I mean, and there is a lot to do with mind over matter and pain. To an extent. To an extent. I mean, to an extent.
There's a lot more than that to it, but
nerve pain.
There's an extent.
Nerve pain, you can't stop, no matter how bad. No. That's what I struggle with. I have some nerve pain, and if it wasn't for it, I'd be fine. But
Also, there's one thing that we all get. It's kind of a tingling
No, Kurtwood, it's
sensation.
not.
Like, huh?
I was answering Kurtwood's question.
It's yeah, I agree. I still have trouble about my mom, but that's because I could never tell her anything.
Yes, Kent said it all right there.
Well, that's a different thing because I've done that since I was a kid. It's like I start one place. You
How
start
the
one
hell did I
place,
get
someone
here?
asks you a question, then you go there.
Next
You
thing I
try
know,
to
I'm
get
talking
back to
about
the
banana
original.
fingers. Hmm?
She has that forget what I was saying syndrome. Yes, I do. And I forget what I will say something instead of what I really mean. Like celery. All celery, but I meant cucumber. Or uh, tank when I actually meant bucket.
See, I'll be like,
And
go right, but point left. You know
oh
what I mean?
god,
Like on one, I look like I'm right, but I was like, go
I've
right.
I've gotten in so much trouble giving people directions that it's like
You can't
go
follow my
left.
direction.
No, no, just turn off the paved road. Turn off the
Yeah,
paved road.
you got to have it down.
Yep, I'm a redneck.
But it's just like if you just sit there and listen to me, like my directions, people can't follow them because I got it down to a T. I'm like, you'll go by this little stone that looks like a smiley face, and then you'll pass this big rock, and then there'll be a tree that looks like the branches are running. And if you go down that road and look at these trees and look at these landmarks, I'll lead you right to them. I'll take you back and show them. You're like, son of a bitch, he's right. It does look like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done that too.
5
People
minutes past the running man tree. What do you mean 5 minutes? If you look at the top of it, looks like it's got a running man. I'm going to take a picture of the tree that I call the running man tree and put it on
Yes,
and
do
post it
so. That'd be cool.
because, like,
Where were we a little while ago? Anyway,
it looks like a man running on top of the
craft.
tree.
We went. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Uh, buzzy feeling in the skin. It feels like uh, bugs crawling under your skin
I get that like
with
from nerve
fibro.
damage. I have that going up my leg
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah. This is the whole body. And there's one time there was, big bug on my face. I had no clue. And I'm sitting there, and my husband Dave, he grabs it and takes it out and tosses it and everything. He's like, "How did you not know that was there? It was big." Like,
Mhm.
it.
Right? Like, I mean, I
I'm
guess I
used to
don't know.
that feeling all over. So it wasn't anything different. It's annoying, but this is why I keep my.
Yeah, I got a bunch of annoying little twerks.
Oh, I have a bunch.
Like if
too.
I'm yelling at my kids, the one I'm yelling at will be the last name I say. I'll call them both the other names before I call them their name, and I'm like,
Yeah, I do the
my
same with our
grandma did it,
animals.
my dad did it, I do it.
I think
It's a family tradition, I guess.
I think everyone's done it at least once or twice. But
Oh, it's
we
bad.
just
It's like
did it
every time.
all the time.
It's like I never get it right. Never.
Yeah, I know. Hey, PCF, funny Roy.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, glad to have you here. Share the screen when you talk about US art stuff. Yeah, that's the best way with US art because there's just so much stuff that US art has. You can't not have it up when you're talking about stuff, but it's a good idea to
I don't know
share
how
it
to
on the
do none
screen
of
too.
that yet. So
You
I'll
don't?
figure it
I
out.
can teach you.
I'll figure it out.
Fine.
I'm not above getting help.
Fine.
I mean, one day
Fine.
we could sit down. We could sit down and do it. I mean, I don't know, but I have to do it myself to learn. If you sit there and do it, show me how to do it, I'm not going to be able to
I
do it.
don't do things to show people. I don't. I will help show you and tell you where it is and stuff. But I'm not one of those people who puts their hand on your hand type of thing and moves it type of thing. It's like, here, you go over here. Do it. Do
Yeah,
it.
I got to do it. I can't watch somebody else
Yeah.
do it.
Same here. But if you tell me and if you show on a picture or show on
Yeah,
screen
Kurtwood,
what
exactly.
you're doing, just past the McDonald's, go up 3.
I was telling someone how to get to the mall, one of my relatives how to get to the mall, and they knew how to get to 99. And I'm like, all right, so if you get to 99, you'll go, up 2 exits, and then after that, you'll see
Yeah.
a Running Man tree. And when you see that Running Man, you want to take the next exit. And they was like, I'm going to miss the direction. And they actually got there because the tree, you don't think it's nothing else but a Running Man. It's a pine tree. And it's like shaped at the top, like there's a man running on top of it. And
Cool.
I'm going to have to, I'm next time I go up that way, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a short of the Running Man tree.
Can't stand that. Just send me the Addy.
Hopefully there's an eagle there or something cool.
I've done that too. It's like on St. Joseph Island. That's about an hour and a half from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, which is right across from Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Right.
Strange, huh?
We have a bunch of bald eagles and now golden eagles up in this area. They started a sanctuary because there's this bald eagle state park that runs along this highway and this river, like this river, and there's a dam and stuff. But they basically brought in these bald eagles at first, and they was breeding and doing fine, and they kind of territorize this section that's like away from public and stuff, and it's out off, so you don't see them much anymore. You do see one of the males flying around, but they brought in golden eagles like 5 years ago, and they dropped them off like 20 miles away, and they actually found each other, and they found their nests. I don't know how they did it. They must have had a tracking device on them, and they actually set up a camera and was recording a live feed of these eagles in that nest, and they actually hatched, and there was the offspring of that flying around. And I've seen it twice because it was smaller. I mean, there's only 3 gold eagles in this area, so if you see it, it. But that's pretty cool, something they do in this area. I mean, I haven't been down on that stream in a while that they hunt on, because if you go down there, you see them all the time, but they're there. They're always there.
Here we have, or used to be, I don't know if there still is a hawk cam on top of one of the buildings. I think it's a TV building or whatever. I have no clue. But there was a hawk cam, and actually I was amazed at this. A friend and I went to Elk Island Park, and we saw a owl eagle. Literally, it's actually an. Hold on a sec. Let's see if I can find it.
Like these eagles that are up here, these things are like 6-7 feet wingspan. These males are huge.
Yeah.
And like their beaks are like bright yellow. So you could spot these things, these beaks sticking out in the woods. Like if you know what to look for, if you're looking for that yellow, you could spot them. Another cool thing is, does everyone know the movie Unstoppable with Denzel Washington and Chris Evans? That train movie. I'm not in the
I have.
movie, but if you buy the CD, I'm in the like section of like the extras. They're doing extras about the helicopters flying. I mean, them helicopter pilots. It was two guys that flew together for like 35 years, and they started flying together in Vietnam. Them helicopters were like zigging around, like they was so in tune. Like I've never seen helicopters fly like that when they was recording that movie. The longest train track in Pennsylvania straight stretch was right across the street from my house. So they recorded a lot of that movie like right across the street. And the one angle shot in the extras, the copter's going up like this, and you see two guys standing there. I'm the guy in the blue shirt. Can't tell it's
Cool.
me, but I know it's me. I'm there. I'm in the extras. I was the rotten shit that went around and stole all the signs that said unstoppable because like they had cast coming in and they had to follow the signs. Well, a lot of their productions got delayed because the cast couldn't find where to go because I stole all the signs.
Okay, down below, you probably have your phone, right?
Huh?
I just got a picture in here, and you have to click on the thing to bring it up. If we're going
On
to
what? More?
Yeah, below the major screen,
Yeah. Go to
there
more.
would be, yeah, it's an eagle owl.
I don't layout, private chat, broadcast info. No, that's not it.
Scroll up.
I don't.
Maybe.
No, I
I
can't.
don't know how it
Banner.
does it on. Nope, it should have the picture. You know, down where it shows the pictures of us. There's usually a
Hold
picture
on.
of each one of your people.
No. All right.
There we go. We saw that. At
That's
the park.
pretty neat. That'd be really hard to see because you know the colors of the feathers and stuff. It's pretty camouflaged. That'd be pretty hard to notice.
But we saw it and we're like, what the heck is that?
All right.
Because it doesn't look the same, right? So found out it was an eagle owl.
Yeah.
It really confused me because it's standing so up straight instead of, you know, like an owl would kind of not hunch, but
Right.
you know, sit down a bit, and eagles kind of stand a little forward a bit.
Right.
And it messed me up.
Well, yeah, like first time that you see an eagle in the wild, like the first time I seen one anyways, it kind of like, whoa, there's an eagle. Where that straightaway was, the river kind of runs like maybe 100 feet in the back of it. And they used to hunt it. And we was a good 20 miles upstream from where, like, you know, they nest and stuff. So them things travel upriver quite a bit. That male would come up our end like 20, 30 miles away, like at least once or twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like that thing knew when they was stocking the lake up there, because I'd say 5 miles upstream, they have these fishing tournaments, you know, where they put these tag trout in and stuff. And they put a bunch of extra ones in, and it never fails. Like a day or two after that tournament, you'll see that eagle up there. I bet you still to this day, if you go look, you'll see him up there.
Probably.
It's smart. And things
Craft,
know.
I agree with you. Owls are pretty crazy predators, and I can show you a picture of a dog that an owl tried to take out.
That's crazy. Like up there where you're from,
It was
like
a Pomeranian.
That's a little one, but still, yeah. I mean, there's no doubt that eagle could pick up a Pomeranian, but an owl, they usually don't get that big.
Don't
I mean,
know
they
what
get big
kind of
enough.
owl it was, but it had both claw and beak marks on it. You want to see his picture?
Well, pull it up, put it back into the guests, and I'll put it up there.
Okay, if you want.
If you want to show it, sure, why not?
That wasn't my dog, so but he was
This
a good
is what
dog.
an eagle can do to a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Or not an eagle, but an owl.
Ow. Yeah,
Ow.
eagle would have torn him apart.
An eagle would have killed that little dog.
Possibly if Rufus didn't get to him. Rufus would have taken out the bird.
Yeah, I mean, for birds having a small brain, for size of their body, they're really intelligent.
Yeah, they're a lot smarter than people think. Especially the corvids, the ravens and the ravens, crows. Damn, we have them all here all the time. The no, I'll figure it out in a few.
So I guess we're not seeing a Pomeranian with owl marks.
Once I get to it.
Oh, well, I thought you said something like, you couldn't find it, but I don't know. I'm just.
Nope.
Hurry up, Sherry.
I'm hurrying.
Quit leaving us in suspense. I'm just messing with you. I mean, will you get to know me? You'll see that I throw my jabs, but they're just in good fun.
Yeah, I know. I'm just playing back with you.
Good. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't get offended.
I don't get offended from that.
I don't got my glasses. I can't read. This is bugging me out. I didn't grab my glasses.
Background, blah, 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 blah.
My eyes are going. Yeah, how about it?
Yeah, that's what my eyes do to me. Goes nanner. You're all messed up.
Shout out to the chat. Like, just saying, like, you guys, like, hell yeah. Like, I mean, there's 8 people in here now, but I was up to like 22, 23 earlier. That was like awesome.
Sorry I'm late, by the way, but what happened earlier? How did it all go?
I think I nailed it.
Cool.
I mean, I rocked it.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
so
but,
what was the topic you decided to do?
I went over 3 different articles on Morph Market News.
Oh, okay.
I talked about the Morph Market Project app they got going on, which is basically like you could sit there, say if I'm doing this clutch here and I put it on Morph Market and like they're advertising it. They're saying, hey, this guy's doing this. And, if you're chasing these snakes, when these snakes get posted, you'll get an alert saying, hey, this is the snake he was looking for. This guy has it. So it eliminates you having to go on there and search, which is probably going to eliminate a lot of impulse buys because, when you're sitting there looking for something, you see something, you're like, oh, that's a good price, and you buy it or whatever, I've done it a couple of times. Everybody's guilty of it. But I touched a little bit on that. And then I touched a little bit on dwarfs and super dwarf retics.
Oh, yeah, the one where the super dwarfs are ones that were separated into a different area, so they grew according to what they had in that area.
Yeah.
And the other ones were different.
Like they're saying Indonesia at one time was all one big landmass. And then when it flooded, it made these islands or an earthquake, something happened. They don't quite know, but it made Indonesia into these islands. And these smaller islands who had bigger retics on it, they was able to survive. But since they only fed on this certain rodent and, on this island for over a period of time, evolution made the dwarf and the super dwarf. But yes, it does have to do with the size of it, but it's more the dwarf and the super dwarf meaning is more of the locality of it because some of the bigger islands have dwarves. Some of the smaller
Right.
islands, of course, have super dwarves.
Right.
And they
because this
made
is
it a lot
bit different.
harder to post something as a super dwarf too. Like you gotta prove its lineage to be 100% super dwarf,
Good for them.
which is
That's
cool. I mean, if you're going to spend the money on a super dwarf, I would really like to know if it is, if it's parents that are 100% super dwarfs.
Yeah, because if it's not what you if it's not what you thought it was, it's a waste of your money.
Yeah, right. And then
Getting-
I went over the allelic complexes and what morph market is recognizing as allelic and what morph market is recognizing as the same genes. There's a lot of confusion out there with things being different, and they kind of put a list up. So I was like, well, that's a list that needs to be put out there. I went over that list and the allelic list, and I don't know, I think it was all right.
Cool.
I think
I'll
I
have to
threw
watch it later.
information at people that they might have known, but they might have learned something because they didn't know it all, like everything.
Right. Right.
Like I said, I thought I rocked it. I hope I could just get this much out there all the time.
There's a lot of stuff all over the place.
I didn't see that
Just
article
as
yet,
thing-
Kent, but I will look for it.
What, Cat?
Kent said Morph Market also has a wobble indicator.
Oh,
So I'm going to have to look. I'm not sure about that one. So I'm going to have to look for it and go over it and read what's up. That's pretty interesting.
yeah.
What
That's
do you
very
mean by
interesting.
wobble indicator? Like, I mean,
I have no idea how they'd do a wobble indication. It's wobbling this way. Okay.
but there was a couple, like, not really the allelic complexes. I mean, there was a couple that kind of took me by surprise, like heterotic xanthic and Huffman being in the 8-ball complex. I didn't know that one. Cinder is in the same complex as mahogany. And then the spider complex, that whole complex is just awesome. I mean, they just added Wookiee to that complex as well, and that's kind of a bummer because I really like Wookiee, but now it's in the black, the spider complex, along with Blackhead, which is my favorite gene in the world. And then Flare was added to the super stripe complex, whatever Flare is, with Yellow Belly and Asphalt and Spark Spectre.
Okay.
Yeah, so Flare was added to that.
And I had been considering making a snake game sometime, and it's like, lots of stuff to work on with that.
And then they're also trying to prove Bongo is allelic in the spider complex. That one was like, oh, well, dang, Bongo's going to be in there too? Oh, yeah, and it says that this gene may have a wobble. Yeah, all right. But they've had that up, Kent, for a while. Like, they have it with Hidden Gene Wuma, and, of course, Spider, and Wuma's, like, all of them, they have indicators that say that.
Yeah.
Patternless, they're trying to prove is allelic with genetic stripe. So that was pretty cool. And I've heard of this. They're saying Stranger and Mahogany is in the same complex, but they're working on proving that out as well. And they're working on Monarch and Ultramale. That's another one that interests me. They're trying to see if Monarch is just the line of Ultramale or its own recessive gene as itself.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
Or if it's compatible, allelic. They're doing the comparison between the two. And
right. So
I think that's interesting.
How are they doing the comparison? Are they doing genetic studies or something?
I guess they're working them in breeding projects together.
Oh, okay. I see.
I'm going to get
I
him.
see.
Well, she asked me what I went over, Kent, today, and I'm happy that, proud of the work I did.
All of us are always. You should be proud. I mean, you did well. You got the stuff. People seem happy about it. I
No one
mean,
said I sucked.
who said you sucked?
I said nobody said I sucked.
Not to your face, anyway.
Well, I mean, I expect them to. If I suck, tell me I suck. I mean, I want to know. I could take constructive criticism without,
Well,
taking offense to it.
Constructive.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
you can make super blackheads without any issues. I mean, I don't know about super Wookiee yet. I mean, I guess there's some out there, but I mean, maybe they're hiding it that it has a wobble because there's not many. There's not many being released. Maybe that's why. But there's a couple genes in that complex. The super cypresses I heard can have a slight wobble, but I heard that some people have them without a wobble. I mean, what else is in that complex? See what the supers are. You can't even make a super champagne. Isn't that a lethal combo with like the super Woma, super hidden gene Woma, super spider? Isn't super champagnes lethal too?
Because the wobble's so bad, or is it something else?
The spider gene specifically, it's something in our inner ear that cavity that makes them wobble.
Oh.
But Sable's also in that complex, and then I haven't heard anything about super Sables having a wobble. That one surprised me too, because I like Sable too.
It's interesting.
Like I've heard of super Spot Noses having a wobble too, but you know what? I'm trying to create me some power balls because some power balls that's a pretty nice combo.
Mm-hmm.
But it sucks because
That's
I can't have a blackhead power ball. What the heck's up with that? I can't have a Wookiee power ball. Man, that just makes me mad. I'm upset.
Blame genetics. Blame genetics.
No, I'm going to start bitching to the aliens and telling them to change it up. They're the ones that caused all this.
The aliens did?
Yeah. Did you watch that Dave Kaufman film?
No, I thought it was werewolves.
No, the Dave Kaufman film, when he went to that one like city, I forget which one it is, but this city is like responsible for 75% of the genes that are out there come from this area. And when he asked them people, like, what do they think these genes, where are they coming from? They said the aliens are doing it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Which aliens?
So, the aliens. They're giving us different morphs for the ball pythons.
Okay.
Yeah.
But aren't there different aliens?
I don't know what aliens. They just said aliens. I don't know if it's the grays, the reptilians, or the tall white-haired people, or what. I don't know, but
okay. There's a
yeah, but you can't have three of the same. You could have combos, but you can't have a Cypress Wookiee blackhead, which sucks. Or can you? I don't know. No, you can't. Leelix kind of mess with me a little bit. You can't have three, because if you could have three, you would be able to make a super form and have another one, and then that just wouldn't make sense if it would stop at three. Now you could have other genes to it, like you could put black pastel or DHI or something to it. But...
Right.
I'm glad mahogany's not allelic with blackhead, because that would have really messed up some of my plans. That would have really screwed me up. Well, not really screwed me up. It would have just made me think different on pies, because I want to stack dark genes in pies. Like I want a super
That sounds
blackhead
good.
mahogany black pastel pie.
Aha! No.
Maybe take the black pastel out, just put GHI or something in it. Got more pattern. I don't know. I'm going to do whatever I do. That's what I'm going to do.
Do the stuff and see what happens.
Sure.
Well,
All
that's
right,
where that went.
We're going to stay on for another 20 minutes. 3-hour run's good tonight. Plus, I'm getting lagged, and I hate being on here when I'm like,
Almost.
Yeah, you just get, my eyes start bugging out. Then, I start itching them, and, I'm start fidgeting around and worried about everything else. That's not good entertainment. For the 5 people that stuck around, you rule. You totally rule.
Exactly. Sides are waiting to see if I can find it, and then they can laugh. Sherry, gonna find it. Ha ha. Sherry, you know where stuff is in your computer? Nope.
See you later, Jess. Thanks for staying for a good bit.
Night, Jess.
You've been here like almost the whole time. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Jess
You
is
roll.
great at the.
Well, let anyone tell you different.
My critters. I have my critters all over the place, but.
So what, you still looking for the Pomeranian that got owl marks on it?
Yeah. I used to be able to find it every single time I'd go near the computer, but now I
Kent, just in the short time that I've been in, doing this, blackhead, what genes got added to it? Blackhead, cypress. I mean, all the cool genes that are in it now just got added to it within the last, 6 months or so. So it's grown in the short time that I've been in the field. I mean, sable, that's, I like super sables, and I don't know, there's just a lot to do with that complex. I wonder if there's a gene out there, if we'll find out someday that if you mix this gene with allelic gene, it allows you to have another slot. That would be cool. I don't know if that's possible in genetics. I'm not scientifically inclined like that, but
yeah, quite a bit.
I wouldn't put anything past genetics.
No, not me either. Genetics is just one of those things that is like, wait, that happens? Since
Right.
when?
And see, like, I have a theory about how high intensity Orange Dream came about.
Okay.
Like, if you stack Orange Dream on top of Orange Dream and you're breeding Super Orange Dreams to Super Orange Dream, I feel you could kind of make an oranger snake and define that line. Can you do that with other genes? I'm going to try it with gravel. I'm going to just keep putting super gravels to super gravels and see. Now, this is going to be over years. I'm starting out with regular gravels. So I'm going to pair them and keep every super gravel I hit and, keep taking it back and keep defining that gravel gene and see if I can't make a different looking, cleaner, crisper something super gravel. I mean, it works in Orange Dream, so why wouldn't it work and gravel? I don't know. Or asphalt or whatever.
Oh, wait. What the heck? There's a hawk owl.
So there's an eagle owl and a hawk owl?
Yeah, it's a hawk owl.
Is there a falcon owl too?
Yeah, another thing.
How about an owl owl? Is there an owl owl?
There's an owl owl. this is the kind of thing I have fun with, though, and it that's not a crow tab.
My gravel line came from Marcel Mendez, so I mean, Marcel's got some good stuff. I mean, I don't know if his line's good or not. I mean, it's dark. Like that gravel male I got is really dark. The female is like nice looking gravel too, but she's just not as dark. And he's bigger than her, and he's darker than her. Like, so I think I got a really good line and a decent line. But she's got more flaming, and that's what's weird. Like she's got more pixelation and going on her side gut than he does, and he's a double het, and she's just a gravel. It's weird. You know, maybe the hets are making him blacker. I don't know. Genetics. Who really understands genetics 100%?
No one.
I don't know. Someone probably got a really good handle out there. There's a lot of people that really know what they're talking about with genes, and you know, they still don't know.
But you never know everything. I mean, you can know an awful lot.
All right, Blaker. See, that's what I was worried about as well. See, line breeding too much, you'll end up with birth defects.
Yep,
so
exactly.
I should swap in a different line of gravel every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Because it's very touchy when it comes to genetics if you're line breeding.
See, I kind of think asphalt and gravel are the same too. I think they're the same, but just different lines. Because if you take a super asphalt next to a super gravel, it's like the super asphalt might be a little darker. But that, I mean, if you got a dark line of super gravel, I've seen some super gravels that look, you know, just as dark as super asphalts. But also, I've seen some orange super gravels that I really freaking like. And I don't know what caused them orange, but they're just regular super gravels, and they look really nice. All right.
Cripes, please don't let those pictures have been on the yellow drive. Yellow drive got killed.
It is starting to yawn. My eyes are getting buggy.
And you're
we got 15 more minutes, 13 to be exact. I could do it. I could do 13 more minutes. I could do it. I start smacking myself in the face. I'm just waking myself up.
Find that dog.
What's up, Cole? What's up, Eric?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I know it's early, Eric, but you know, I'm an early bird. I go to bed. I mean, I've been on for almost 3 hours. My eyes are getting itchy, and I'm starting to yawn. I mean, I'm not like masters like you guys and could stay on all night. I just can't do it. I was going to go to 2 o'clock in the morning. I was going to run 4 shows a month, like for 5 hours, and that's my 20 hours. But I'm going to save 2 hours just to go live this week some other time, I guess. That's 3 hours is enough.
Yeah. Do what you.
If I could do it, Eric, I would be watching Big Mike go to work like every day because I'm like fascinated with London.
Yeah, he's a nice guy too. He's nice to listen to.
Yeah, Big Mike's a good dude.
He's got that little drawl. That's fun to. Little drawl. I can't even do that one.
Do what?
The draw of the way he speaks.
I'd put the link in the channel for you guys to come up. It's up at top, but like I said, I'm going to end it in about 12 minutes.
Yep. He's just giving me enough time to try to find that damn picture.
Good night, PCF. Thanks for stopping by.
Night, PCF.
Thanks for staying a while.
So many people are really great. I mean,
there's a lot of just genuinely nice people in this hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to think on myself as a good judgment of character. I mean, 95% of these people are decent people.
Right. And I mean, I've been to quite a few um, discords and YouTube stuff and all of these other things, and this group has been extraordinary. It's been just amazing with the people who've come through with the snakes and with the group uh, where I started and where the groups have been interconnecting and everything. It's been so many wonderful people. And
Yeah.
I'm just so impressed. When I got into the group, a lot of people were like, "You don't have a snake? Then why are you here?" It's like, "Because my friend is here."
Right.
It's like, my friend has started this part here with Justin started with Iron Dog, and they started up that, which got really big.
Yeah, I like Iron Dog too. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Oh God, you know,
But
it's given me faith in humanity again, because like that's one thing I've lost, like going through like battling addiction and kind of separating myself from everybody. I lost a lot of faith in humanity.
yeah.
And like this reptile community has showed me that there are some good people out there still. And
It's
it just makes me smile because someone seems like they would actually do what I do. Because like I'm that guy that my family calls on if they need something. Like mom's thermostat breaks, she calls me. You know what I mean? And I'm right there, and I don't care, and I don't complain, and I ain't sitting there saying, "Well, you got to give me $20 for gas," or no. You know what I mean? Even if I don't have it, I'll go down there on an empty tank. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't.
yeah.
It's just how I am. And it's good to see that there's people out there that would do the
Who are
same,
willing to, yeah.
that are willing to do the same. And just like
And
that Juan from Windy City Morphs, that's who I won that snake from. That I hope is still alive and okay, my little buddy. But he just said he wanted to give something back to the community, just to show appreciation. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm going to donate like one snake from this snake's clutch, like for as long as I have it. Every clutch that snake makes, a snake is getting donated. I don't care if I end up getting a sunset clown and take it to a sunset clown and I get, a sunset het clown. Someone's going to get a sunset het clown. I mean, I don't care about the money value of these things. I mean, sure, it would be nice to make, a decent living off of doing this, but that's not even what this is about. If that happens, that happens. If not, I mean, cool. I mean, I've started watching videos doing egg cutting, and I'm getting the excitement of Christmas morning when I was a kid watching these egg videos. Like,
that's the
man,
same
that would feel like
thing.
Christmas, like every egg. Like,
Yeah.
what is it?
That's
What
what
is
I
it?
think.
What
too.
is it? Like, I'm getting excited talking about it. Like, I can't, like, patience is a virtue in this hobby or business, whatever you want to call
Or
it.
anything.
But yeah, anything to that matter, right? But I mean, I've never been a part of something so rewarding than this. I mean, like, it truly pays off. Like, your work truly pays off. Your care for your snakes truly pays off. And I just can't wait to be a bigger part of it. I can't wait to start producing, start donating snakes, start having giveaways, because I'm doing all that. I mean, I'll probably end up giving away at least one snake out of every clutch. Just how I'm built. I don't know. Call me crazy. I'll call them Crazy Ken's giveaways. Let's go.
Why not?
I
Yeah,
mean,
do it. And it's what you want to do.
yeah, I'm doing what I want. I don't care what people say if I'm crazy. I mean, I don't. Good, cool. You know, maybe
Yeah.
I'll always be crazy. You know, maybe that will
I've been
always be me. But
People have always called me crazy, so it's no difference to me. Uh, and it's just, yeah, you want to do something, you want to
I
do
got carried
something.
away behind. Apparently, Bosa dozed off with his phone in his face.
I
That's
do that on
dedication
the.
there. I mean, as if we didn't know you was dedicated already. You're sleeping with your phone? Heck yeah, at least I'm
Yeah,
getting the watch hours.
well, I get if
I,
I'm
I hope
doing
so
something.
too, Kent. I just hope there's a lot of people out there speaking the truth about themselves and not just a bunch of people just out there acting nice because that's the thing to do. I mean,
Mm, yeah, some people do that, but you figure them out sooner or later.
yeah, I mean, everyone will show their true colors, but you know what? I'm not actually looking for people's true colors.
Neither am I.
I don't care. I'm just going to do what I do. And if anyone has a problem with that, like, I mean, for instance, I've said some things about Chris Eaton tonight that he might not like, but you know what? It's not nothing that I wouldn't say to him, you
Hmm.
know, and I don't care how big he is in his community. I mean, like what he said, I felt was wrong. And I mean, I use it as a
Oh, he's the
motivational
one who
tool.
said the N word?
No, he didn't say it. He just said people that he's tired of seeing like people that don't know what they're talking about, you know, that's new in this been in this business for 8 months and putting podcasts out there. And I kind of put myself in that category because that's kind of the truth. And if
Okay.
he said we're not putting no information out there, so I say bullshit. I felt like I put some good information out there tonight. So that's what's
Yeah.
driving this informational part of my podcast that I want to do is because
Okay.
bigger people
I
out there
see.
in this community are tired of people like me that just started talking a bunch of bull crap that don't matter. Like having the same guest on that was on someone else's podcast 2 weeks ago, asking them what's their most anticipated clutch and, you know, what, you know, all that stuff that we heard over and over and over again. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sit there and ask the same questions. Like I will touch snakes a little bit because that's what we do, but it's more going to be all right. This is what I want to teach you this week. This is this
Hmm.
person. Let's hang out and be cool.
That's basically what the Mad Chat uh, was based on, was just hanging out and being cool and talk. Not
In a
being
way,
cool,
Blakers,
but
yes, he does
being
have that
cooled
chip on
out.
his shoulder like MJ does, but I felt MJ was kind of singling people out. Chris did not single me out at all. I don't want to take that out and put that out there. No, he didn't say Ken from LMK is putting a podcast out there. He's only been in for 8 months, 9 months, whatever. No, absolutely not. He did not single me out, or MJ was singling people out. But me sitting there watching that kind of lit a fire under my ass. It's like, all right, you want me to teach things that you might already know that people might not know? Is that going to be good enough for you? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you'll see this and go, hey, this guy's at least trying. You know what I mean? If I get that out of him, it might be cool. I'd be 100% satisfied, like, and I feel like I did my job. But this is what I'm going to bring every week, and you know,
Well, I've had people look at things and say, "Well, why are you having a stream and there's snake people here and blah blah blah, but you don't have any snakes?" It's like, I do my
a
stream
little
to
bit,
have fun.
yeah.
That's all my streams are, is having fun. And if we get to talk about something important or have a good laugh about something, that's great. But Where do I get the nerve to say anything about snakes? Well, I've been learning an awful lot from everyone else, and I have worked in animal husbandry.
See, I haven't. Like last year, this time, I wouldn't even have thought about touching a snake. But
Mhm.
the first time I laid my eyes on an egg cutting video, I fell in love. And I've been studying these creatures, these beautiful, wonderful things since then.
Mhm.
I've been studying almost a year. Like, do I think I'm better than some? No, nope. I think I got so much to learn, it ain't even funny. But
Yeah.
I'm out here trying to learn, and I'm out here trying to put stuff that I've learned out there to other people. And that's just the way I look at it. I mean, I'm taking my experiences of what I've learned and getting it out there. But
Right. And an awful lot of times, the information that you're finding or that you want to give to people, some of it people don't know in the first place because, well, it's newer stuff. Um, and you can't know everything. And sometimes, if you, a lot of people think that they know enough, they don't need to know anything else. And then you give this information, uh, whether it's from personal knowledge or from knowledge from what people have written or spoken or whatsoever. It's learning stuff instead of just sitting on your laurels and not caring about anything and having attitudes about everyone.
right.
you
Well,
know Help people, work with people, and if someone wants to start a freaking stream for some reason, they start a freaking stream for some reason.
I really don't even think Chris Eaton had any like ill intent towards it. I think that's just his character, and he was saying, he's seen a lot of it, and he wanted to make a comment about it, and he did. And you know what? And my shoes, I didn't take offense to it, but I took it to where, all right, you want to call? Okay, I hear you, and I'm going to do something to try to at least say, hey, look, I'm trying. You know,
Mhm.
I hear you and I get it. Maybe I shouldn't be in this seat right now. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But you know what? I'm giving it a hell of a go. And, it's all that matters.
Oh.
I like what I'm doing and I'm doing what I like. And, him saying that kind of makes me better. I mean, because I want to be better. I don't want to be better for anyone that's out there because, I don't really care. I mean, I do, but I don't. But I don't want someone saying, well, this guy sucks and he shouldn't be doing it.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do
No,
everything that I
I mean,
can to not suck.
thanks, Bosa,
Yeah.
because we love Sherry. I don't know why, but
All right, Sherry, we're at over 3 hours. We're going to end
yep,
it on that
I just did.
conversation.
It's
So,
been
hey,
fun.
guys, thank you for hanging out. Kent, Vern, Bosa, who else is doing here?
Blakers,
Blakers.
PCF is
Yeah,
in here. Hey,
all you guys.
hello.
PCF left. Yeah, hey, guys,
Oh,
you
hey.
rule. Love the support. Take her easy. I hope you guys have a good night.
Night, night, everybody.